Test, 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 test. 1 2, test 1 2.
I call him. Yeah, I did my social security. My buddy was like, "What were you doing? You went from 20 to 805." It's genius. Might have been good.
Yeah, it's this guy out here, right? You mean he's everywhere. There's no guy that I've ever seen. He's at every game. I swear to God.
Raise.
Maybe.
25.
I don't know.
I forwarded 1,500 to our friend here, and he only could use cash app, and I only could use
12.25.
so I downloaded it because it's not even
12.25.
Did you get the money from Benji?
Yeah. Oh, they know. Yeah, I'm fucked.
25 with what?
Nick had to use cash app to send me that 1,500 back, and I was just like,
5 players.
I had to give cash app myself.
You're definitely
Yeah, so I'm fucked.
Check your bet.
Gigs up.
30.
Good evening, Poker House Nation. This is Craig Dobson. I'm going to pop in for a little bit while we're waiting. That's me, folks. Good evening. Happy Wednesday evening. It's Craig Dobson here, your live stream manager here at Poker House Dallas. It's night 2 of our live stream cash game. This time, it's a 1-3 game. They've been playing for a little bit over an hour now, and they've been playing for over an hour now. Well, we're just going to get everything situated here. We thank you for those that are tuning in and getting ready to tune in. If you had a chance to see any of last night's amazing live stream cash game, you saw it was action galore. And it will only continue tonight as we have some of our regulars here that decided to put together a 1-3 cash game with a 1K buy-in. And believe me, folks, there's going to be no shortage of action. I can promise you on that one. So my cohort in the booth, Fast Eddie Izinga, should be in any moment. I believe it's trying to rustle him off a cash game. But believe me, this is going to be an exciting night of more bad beat, more action, more great plays, and all of the things that you always look for in a big action cash game such as this here at Poker House Dallas. So I'm going to quickly click off here and talk to you in regards on welcoming any more that are coming in, like so. Huh? Okay, you're fine. Again, folks, thank you so much for taking time out of your Wednesday evening. I know that hopefully you've had a chance to unwind from your day and tune in as we have some exciting 1-3 cash game action here at Poker House Dallas. This is night 2 of our cash games. I know night 1 was an absolute success. The response and applause we appreciate. We thank you for that. And it is only going to get better. We will do a lineup introduction shortly. A few players have elected to want to try to put in their a few nicknames, but overall, it is going to be an exciting night. We will make the change over to our live stream setup. So if anything, just stay tuned. It will just be a few more minutes, and you will be able to see everything in regards on the players' 2 cards and the flop turn and river as you did last evening. Also, if there is interest for anyone that would like to be able to be a part of upcoming streams, we will have that available to you. if you would like to be able to leave some contact information or hit us up on any of our social media platforms, we are available on both Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and also on the Poker House website at info@pokerhousedallas.com. As you can see, the players are getting situated in regards on that. We are on the standard deck because we wanted to get everybody comfortable prior to making the big move, as we will go live again tonight. Under the lights, in the arena. For any new viewers, again, this is going to be a no-limit Texas Hold'em, one with a 1-3 blind. It was a 1K buy-in in regards on that, and so you are going to see lots of action. And believe me, just stay tuned in regards on this, because I know a lot of these players are action players, and a couple you may have seen from the previous nights. Also, I know we will try to see what guest co-commentators can be able to pull into the booth while we are live streaming over the next 3 hours. And again, if you have any questions, comments, throw us a like, throw a share, send a message, tell a friend. Get comfortable, get your popcorn, order from a food service, get a pizza delivered. This is going to be exciting. This is going to be fun. As you can hear initially from the first hands that are going, the action is heavy already, and the game is just getting started, folks.
We're all about intent.
Yeah, if you're angling, you're going to get kicked out of the game.
Yeah.
Your intent is to call, you call. Your intent is to raise, you raise.
Okay.
And there you have it, folks. Obviously, that is our live stream guru, Eric the Almighty Anderson, as we start off with one of our Poker House dealers, Brian Kelly. He is in the box right now. As you can see, Eric will be just getting updated chip counts for everyone to follow along. We got a few people that wanted to include a few nicknames, a few handles, a few nicknames, a few handles, anything like that. But we will be going live any moment.
Do I need to know anything about your game? Are you playing 7 deuce? You run it twice? You do bomb pots? Anything funky?
The PLO bomb pots on dealer change.
You don't do PLO because it's rough on my cards. So you can do hold'em bomb pots if you want. Billboard bomb pots, or just play straight up.
The bomb pots with the line actually causes.
Yeah, it causes a lot of time problems. So
We'll just skip them.
sounds good.
I don't want to play hold'em bomb pots.
Perfect.
He said they don't probably don't do bomb pots. For the live stream. So we don't need the bomb pot button, right?
It makes it difficult for them to switch from showing the colors and stuff.
So we're 1-3 tonight, right?
1-2-5.
1-2-5, even better.
Okay, folks. Yeah, I just found out we've updated. It is going to be a 1-2-5 game. So blinds 1-2, but it's 5 to come in. I know there will be, like last night, there will be straddles. I can anticipate that there is going to be a lot of action. And all I can say is sit back, have a seat, relax, or sit up. And I don't know if you are playing poker while you're watching this, but by all means, we want you to enjoy this as all of this happens. I know, actually, I just got the text in, so Fast Eddie Izinga. He has just been rallied up off of one of the our cash game tables, and he will be joining me in the booth any moment. So, if anything, it'll be nice to have a number 2 to come into this. I know it's gonna be very exciting, so exciting again tonight with our 1-2-5 with this 1-2-5 game. So.
Okay, that's what I feel. 5 auto pose. I don't live anywhere. Alright, sounds good. So button is on the 3 seat for Sparky. Or did it? Alright.
We got a lot of action going on tonight, as you know. If you are familiar with our format on tournaments, Wednesday night is our Katie's Game Tournament. That is going on. We have several other games going on and a number of cash games. And guess what, folks? Here we go.
So you can take out your phones, scan that. We can't have cash on the table. It has to be chips. Mike,
I got it. Alright.
All right, action's going to be Under the Gun with Chris.
scan this QR code. It gives us all the social media platforms: Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram. Hey, actually, we can do this. I have chips. We can do this way easier.
He's got 10-9 offsuit. He's going to fold.
Hold on just a second. Chris? Calls? No, sorry. Razor. Straddle. All right, got it. Fold.
Oh, I'm sorry. We have an Under the Gun straddle. It gets folded around. Fold. We over to Daryl Sparky. He's got the 7 deuce. He's going to fold. Poker Kenneth.
But once it goes live in 15 minutes, then no electronics.
Is this, Steven asks, is this being filmed with a Samsung? No, Steven. We are in the process of trying to get the some more upgraded cameras in regards with our stream. And this is only the first of second of many streams that we look for. We got a flop of Jack 4 King And this Queen of Hearts gives Razor Piggy both an open-ended straight draw and a flush draw. Lucky Duck has also a flush draw as well. It is Poker Kenneth with the ace high that's going to fold. Razor Piggy's going to, and Duck's going to fold, and Razor Piggy's going to take that initial pot. Here are some of our stack sizes. Again, remember this was a 1-2-5 with a $1,000 buy-in. But remember, the game has been going on for over an hour. So by all means, there is a possibility at chips have shifted and plays have been made. And finally, coming in from outer space, here he is. From his ears to your hearts, none other than the man, the myth, the legend, Fast Eddie Zinga.
How's it going, Mr. Dobson?
I'm doing well, sir. How are you?
Doing well, thank you.
Well, man, obviously, did you get a chance to see any last night's stream?
I didn't. I saw a few hands, but I didn't get a chance to watch it all.
I kid you not, it was something else.
I heard it was juicy. It was
Absolutely
the best.
something else. And we are hoping with this crew that I know has been ever so eager to be a part of this as we built, as things started to come together with both our live stream and now the arena, our live stream arena. This should be a very interesting night in regards to this 1-2-5 cash game.
So is a straddle mandatory on the button or under the gun?
I believe it is either or, but the button does take precedent. So. But as we see here, as the cutoff folds, we have Lucky Duck, who's gonna with the 2 with speed limit is speeding through. He's gonna make it 20 to go. It gets folded around to back to Randy, who's got ace queen.
He elected to lip under the gun. Oh no, he was a straddle.
Yes, there was a straddle. He elected to make it 20 with the 2 5s. It's back over to Randy. I guess he's going to go by Randy. He's got ace queen.
Now this is definitely a hand based off the action that he should be 3-betting, especially with a player in the cutoff. That way, it puts him in position. Obviously, he has a hand that typically blocks a lot of bigger hands like ace king, king queen, things of that nature. Alexa just call and give him Poker Camp a good price to see the flop in position with a suited ace.
And we're going 3 ways. Here's the flop. The flop. Oh wow! Bingo, bango, bongo. It comes 999. Lucky Duck has flopped a full house, 9s full of 5s, and it's.
I don't think he checked.
No, I don't believe he checked. I don't believe he checked. I believe action may have gotten hiccuped just a little bit.
It looks like he bet 35.
He bet 35.
On a flop like this,
There we go.
you can
And
definitely.
yeah, Randy calls a deuce on the turn.
Brian, is he in there? Okay.
It looks like Lucky Duck is making 100 to go. And he makes the call with ace queen.
I'll tell you. Well, he does have a lot of 9s in his range.
True.
I don't think he should check that.
And an 8 on the river. He checks. And he just decides just to trap the table. And Lucky Duck, with the pocket 5s for 9s full of 5, is going to take this pot. So if anything, I know, obviously, you came in here with a rack of chips for a little bit. So how'd you do on the cash table, Eddie?
I was down like 360, but I made a move on a guy that had a hand that he probably shouldn't have had there, and he got me. But it's okay, it happens. I lost. I actually bought it for 500. I lost that bullet. Then I refired for 500, and I got some of it back. So.
Hey, there you go. So.
But it's okay. I've had a really good run as of late, so I can't be too mad at a bad session. It happens.
It is all a part of the game that we care about so much. As we see, we've switched. We are into hand 3 of our stream. Not only have we switched decks, we've switched Kellys. Now we have Sarah Kelly. Yes, folks. Yes, this is Brian's sister, but this is Brian's sister. She is in the box. I think we decided to go with 2 Kellys for the price of 1. tonight, and it's going to get. There we go, folks. Poker Kenneth with a suited one gapper. He's going to make it 30 to go. Dan lays it down. Lucky Duck's going to fold the double down hand, bet 20. Razor Piggy with the AC with the kids game. AC Deucey's going to lay it down. Chris lays it down, and Randy with a 6. He is going to make the call, and KJ with Queen Jack, he's going to call. Shrek with the Jack Deuce, he's going to call. We're going full ways to a flop, Eddie.
Lucas getting price to call even though it's just Jack Deuce.
And the flop comes Queen 4-9. K Jack with top pair.
I can see him leading here, not checking. Well, he checks here, checks around.
And he gets checked around to the turn, which is a deuce of spades. That gives a flush draw to Poker Kenneth.
See what sizing he uses here. Should at least go in third pot.
And he bets 90, bets 3/4 pot.
It's really big sizing.
I think he does realize he does see there are a number of straight draws. There is a flush draw now. And I think this is a point where now that was more of a protection bet. Not allowing anybody behind him to be priced in to make a call. But Poker Kenneth's going to make the call. He's going to take his shot with the flush draw.
Just with a dry gut, just with a dry flush draw. If he had a gutter or anything like that,
And an ace on the river. He's going to check.
I think he's on the check call mode right now. I think whatever. If poker is Kent's gonna bet here, then I think if we.
Oh, he's going for it. He bets 225. And
KJ with a snap call
makes the quick call. And he's going to win this pot.
I've never seen you wear sunglasses.
Poker Kent though. He's never winning there with 7 high. So many draws missed there. Straight draws missed, flush draws missed. So. Even though he snapped call, I think he thought about whatever a bet was going to be from him that he's going to call there because, even if you hit a ace on that board, you really should just be checking back because you have a lot of showdown value. Any other hands that pair the board has showdown value, so there's no need to bet with a significantly made hand there. So KJ picks up the bluff and correctly calls.
Absolutely. Yeah. Eddie with spot-on precision tonight. As we go to our next hand, we got Sparky with the double-down hand, 7-4 off. He's going to fold. Poker Kenneth folds folds to Queen 7. Dan folds. Duck folds. And Razor Piggy with Jack 9 is going to make it 15 to go. Chris on the button with ace 10, he's going to make it 60.
And
oh boy.
KJ in the big blind with ace is going to see what sizing he used for a 3-bet.
Look out. Wrap up the women and children. He makes it 200 to go.
It's a very good sizing. A lot of people say you want to go 4x, especially being out of position to late position raise. Makes it just slightly over 3x. Again, aces don't need a ton of protection.
Oh yeah.
So a 3-bet out of the blinds there at that sizing is really good.
Absolutely. Here are our chip counts. Everyone's about the same.
Oh, that was when he was saying that he had to come in here and get it.
There we go. So I think it's right there, folks.
Ace of diamonds?
No, actually, I think it's the 7 of spades.
Oh,
we're gonna, pass that over. Eddie.
You gonna go on
Yeah.
the camera?
Yes, I am, folks. So we're
Hold
gonna
on, let me put my makeup on. No, you're good.
we're gonna flip on the camera for just a moment right here. As you can see, myself, here he is. Here is Fast Eddie Izinga right here, right there. And this is what you're speaking of. Now, here's the thing about it, as opposed to a standard playing card, with our table, and these cards are specially built with antennas that are built into each card. That allows us, as opposed to how you might have usually see where people, when they pull up their cards, there's cameras built in the table. Nowadays, in the 21st century of 2022, there are RFID sensors that are built into each of the playing cards, so that way there is a square box. They basically put the cards into the box, and then the action tracker is able to pick up the cards, which then comes into our camera angles and into the database, and allows for ourselves and you to see all the hands.
Straddle is
Just let me know. In line?
in line.
It's always
And
125.
auto post.
Auto post 125.
No, $5. So he can go 10.
That's it.
Can he go 20? No.
The max buy-in for this table is 1K, correct?
Yes.
Blind bet, not straddle.
I'm actually on the alternate list for this table right now.
Uh-oh.
So if I step out of the booth, it's because you're going to see me on the table.
Uh-oh, folks. There you go. It's like Fast Eddie has elected to put his name on the list to come in, to jump into the game if a seat does become available.
I don't think it's going to become available.
Here's what I found on the internet.
Oh, that's me. Technology doesn't always work out so well, ladies and gentlemen. But here we go as we go back into action. We've got Duck, who's got 2 7s. He's got the walking sticks. He's going to raise it to $20. And Randy with Ace King, he just makes the call. Sparky with Queen 9 of suited. He's going to call Shrek with the 2 8s. He's going to call. Sparky with Queen 9 suited. Oh my gosh. Sparky has flopped 3 9s. The flop comes 4 9 9. He's flopped 3 9s. Action's going to get checked over to Duck, who leads out for 35. Randy with Ace King is going to make the call.
That's not a bad hand to float with on position.
And Shrek, he's going for a move. He's going to make the raise
I like that.
to 175. And Sparky, he just smooth called. Oh, no, he puts in the raise. Excuse me. He makes it 375. That should definitely set off a lot of alarms, Eddie.
If I was Daryl there, I just flat.
Jared helps me know
Because
what to bet pre-
unless he's really scared of the diamond drop.
Duck folds. Randy folds. Shrek folds.
I think he lost a little bit of value by re-raising there, because they both check flop, and so for Shrek to check raise out of the small blind, and then for him to get re-raised, Daryl there has nothing but an eye. He's never doing that without an eye.
I agree, so.
So
Here is our updated chip counts. Again, remember, everybody, it was a 1K buy-in, and action has been going on for a little over an hour before we started streaming. So there has been a lot of action through all of this going forward.
plus he was in position. If he was out of position, I could have seen him making that move there. Flatting there, again, unless he's concerned about a flush draw, but I don't think that Lucas is going to make that move there with just a flush draw on a paired board.
True, but I think it's also the fact of the matter is, you got 2 8s and a pair of 9s come on the board, even though there's a flush draw. You can't really mean how many combinations of 9s
Not too
could
many.
someone be holding. As we look at that, the next hand, Duck has King 9. He's going to make the call. 9-5 get folded.
I think he got up.
And Randy with the Jack 8 calls. Shrek with the King Queen. He's going to make it 40 to go. And Sparky with Retro. He's got the bottom end of it. 3 deuce suited of hearts. Poker Kenneth with a Queen 8 of spades. He's going to make the call. And Duck. He's going to make the call as well. So we've got 5-way, excuse me, not quite yet. Now we have Randy that makes the call. We've got 5-way action, Eddie, with an assortment number of cards. And the flop that reads 6, 7, 8. No help to anybody. It gets checked around. Everybody checks. Here's the turn. The board pairs 6s, and so far it is the King Queen of Shrek that is ahead. And I feel if anybody kind of even takes a small stab at this board, they're going to win this pot. Oh, an open fold.
Interesting.
And the 3, Sparky binks a pair of 3s on the end. He's got 6s and 3s. I think he's going to try to get a value bet out of this. He bets 80. Anything is going to go fold.
He has enough showdown value there. I mean, checking back on, especially on check. Nothing with the worst is going to call.
I think Duck's going to lay down the King 9, and then Shrek, I mean, with King Queen, is going to make the call.
Actually, not a bad call.
I think he just was trying to look it up to see if his face card, if his 2 face cards were good.
I don't hate that call by Lucas there.
No, I think obviously with the nut no pair. With that board texture, considering, okay, flush draws missed.
And everybody check flop turn.
Everybody check. Up, and it looks like everyone is taking a toast in regards to the stream.
They've been telling us we were going to be on the stream for about a month and a half. More than that. More than that, yeah.
July, early July. I didn't even get here till August. I didn't say you've ever told us.
Okay.
Action's gonna be on Duck with Jack 9. He's gonna fold. Razor Piggy's gonna make it 15. With King 3, Randy with the Ace 9. He calls. K-Jack with 7-5 in the cutoff. He's going to fold. Shrek lays down. And Sparky has woken up with the Pointer Sisters, pocket queens in the small blind.
I think anywhere from 60 to 75. It's good sizing.
He makes it right there in the middle, sir. He makes it 70 to go. Poker Kenneth with the King 8. Dan with San Francisco 49er. He's going to fold. Razor Piggy, who made the initial raise.
Randy's going to call in position, probably. I want to see the
Yes, yes.
statistics in terms of VPIP.
We're streaming right now on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook Live.
I know Eric had showed me how to do that, but I'm
15 minutes before I came out here.
KJ going to make a very speculative call in position, getting a good price, even though he has 7-5 off.
Yep, he makes it.
Even in position, getting a good price. It's not the hand you're going to have. 7-5 suited.
We are 4 ways to the flop. Oh, what a flop. It's come King 9-7.
I think if Daryl's going to bet here, like he's going to need to bet small. He likes to check. He's actually playing the way he played that. Oh wait, or did he check?
I think action's going to be on Sparky. I mean, everybody has a piece of this board. We got top pair for Razor Piggy, second pair for Randy, third pair for K-Jack, and Sparky with the 2 queens.
Razor Piggy's going to at least make one call here. He's got back door diamonds.
And Randy's
going to call. I played with Randy. If he has a piece of the board, he's going to call. So with middle pair here, he's going to call, hoping to maybe spike 2 pair of trips. KJ is going to be out, obviously.
He's going to fold with the bottom pair. Here is the turn.
Pot quite big now. This is about 725. 4 of clubs doesn't change much. Daryl's going to check. See Jared probably going to make a move.
And Razor Piggy has moved all in. I think he's just realizing that once he made the call, it was just a question of for Sparky realizing, okay, when someone called him down with a 1 overcard to the board, he knew that he was going to be in trouble, and if he didn't improve on the turn, that a move was going to be made if he couldn't make it.
And Razor Piggy on that hand had a kind of a weird stack size where his stack to pot ratio was just over 1. So, you know, ripping it there can make sense at times. Obviously, nothing worse is going to call than a king.
You didn't have a king. Good answer.
You'll find out later.
Yep.
Have one and then stuck. What? Not an option.
Alright, sir. 7 folds. 8 folds. 9 folds.
Randy calling middle position with 7-5 offsuit.
Over to K-Jack, who's got Ace Jack.
1 raises, 35.
He's gonna make it 35 to go. Shrek with 5-3 suited,
105.
and he makes it 105 to go with 5-3 suited. Everyone's gonna fold back over to Duck, who's got a 6. He's gonna let that go. Randy's gonna let go of the 7-5, and K-Jack, who's got Ace Jack. I think he may be sizing up for a 4-bet here.
1 raises.
And that's exactly what it is. He makes it 260 to go.
Good size for 4-bit. In a configuration like this with the stack sizes as this, your 4-bet sizing doesn't need to be significant.
Agreed.
So, even being out of position, Lucas.
Here we go. And the flop is 10-6 queen. No help to either player.
I think he's got to continue here.
Yeah, I would too.
Doesn't need to make it too big. 150, 175.
Probably maybe, I think maybe like 225.
1 bets, 200.
Up. That's 200. And Shrek has no choice but to lay it down. And K-Jack is going to take this pot.
You didn't think about that when you were getting it?
No, I was 15, so I was like in high school. I did it myself in high school.
Here we go, folks. There's our chip count. As you can see, lots of chips have moved here and there, not just during the stream, but just before it. Remember, the game actually started an hour before we went live. And it's going to be, it'll be Chris that'll be first to act.
It's for my dad. Obviously not just don't wear it when I'm getting this on. 2017, I hope not. Yeah, it's for my dad.
He's got the good buddy 10-4. He's going to fold. Randy with 6-3 offsuit. He's going to let it go. K-Jack, he's got a suited ace. He's got ace-6. He's going to make the call. Shrek folds. Sparky with ace-3.
I would pay for your massage if I was allowed to get from. What? Said I would pay for your massage. Yeah, but you already told me you go like 3 hours.
That's a fold. Poker Canada. He's got king-queen. He's going to put in the raise to 35.
It's a good hand to squeeze with, especially on the button. You're blocking ace king, ace queen, pocket kings, pocket queens.
And Duck wakes up with ace jack.
Electing the call for the ace jack offsuit.
And Razor Piggy with the suited O's. He's got the 90. He's got the suited 98 O's. And K-Jack with the ace six suited. He's going to call. We've got four-way action to the flop. And the flop comes down 10, 9, king. Poker Kenneth has top pair and a straight draw. Razor Piggy has bottom pair. Duck has an inside straight draw, and K-Jack, well, he might need a little bit of help. So
Top pair, good kicker. He needs to size it up pretty. 55. It's a little small bet.
a little less than like half pot.
Yeah, especially it's a pretty connected board. There's a flush draw out there. There's some straight draws out there. Even though he's blocking the nut straight draw, I'd like to see him size up a little bit there to charge draws
Right.
out of position. 40% pot. If somebody has a piece of that anyway, it's probably going to call and continue there.
And the deuce of hearts gets there. That's going to paralyze this turn card. That's a paralyzing turn card.
Yeah, I think this turn is going to go check. Unless Patrick decides to lead out.
He's going to go for it. He leads out for 150.
Just over half pot, 55% pot. I actually like that move because it's going to put Poker Kent in a tough spot here. Now that a flush draw is hit. Now, if for some reason Poker Kent calls here, Patrick's going to have to continue on the river to tell a believable story.
And
for him to
he makes the call.
Yeah.
That's a tough call to make. And the ace on the river, but there are 4 hearts on the board.
If he's gonna bet here, he needs to make it about.
I'd say 300.
Now it's 4 hearts out there, so
He bets 175.
That's a good blocker type bet because if Poker Kent comes over the top, he can pretty much snap full. So it's a small enough bet where he can get some value out of Kent. And also, obviously, if Kent has a big king like King of Hearts, he's coming back over the top, and then that would give Patrick the opportunity to fold. Good lead out on the turn.
Absolutely.
Obviously, he got a good river card. Well, actually, he got a bad river card.
You got a bad river card, but I mean, if anything, against the board texture, but it's one of those things with that kind of board, and for him to be able to still lead out, that's the sign of a winning poker player. Here is our chip stacks, folks. Again, everything. This is a 1-2-5 game. Action is going to be on Randy. Randy folds. K-Jack with Jack-8 of spades. He's going to make the call. Shrek folds, excuse me. And Sparky wakes up with ace-queen.
Let's see him raise here. Make it 30, 35.
Right on cue, Eddie. He makes it 35 to go. Poker Kenneth with 5-4. But, Dan. Dan has ace-king on the button.
And when you 3-bet for a middle position or as a late position raise, your 3-bet size doesn't need to be that big. He makes it right at 3x.
Making it 110 to go. K-Jack's going to call with the with the Jack-8. Sparky's going to call with the ace-queen. We are 3 ways to a flop.
I'm not a big fan of KJ's call out of the small one with Jack-8 there.
And the flop comes Jack-King 3. Dan has top pair, top kicker. Sparky has an inside straight draw. K-Jack with second pair.
He's got backdoor spades, but everybody's blocking spades.
Mm-hmm.
Again, if you're gonna call a hand out of the small blind to action like that, a hand with like 9-10 suited, 8-9 suited versus Jack-8 suited, because that hand is not gonna flop very well post flop.
And he's trying to take the lead on this one. He makes it 2:30 to go, right out the gate. Action on Dan, who's got top pair, top kicker. Made the 3-bet raise on the button.
I could actually see him ripping it here. because that's a line that doesn't make sense from K-Jack. He's not going to lead diamonds on a king high board when he. It's just a line to me doesn't make sense. With Dan 3-betting on the button, he has all the ace, kings, king, queens, so he has all the kings in his range, and KJ doesn't have many kings from the small blind.
I agree.
After an open and 3-bet, I'm not a big fan of this lead.
And he's going to make him pay. Oh, excuse me. He did. Freeman, I thought he was going to. He makes the call. He's just going to make the call. He's going to try to tell. He's just trying to build this pot. 6 of hearts on the turn. No help to either player. Still Dan with the ace king still ahead. And I think K-Jack here, he's just trying to find a way. Oh, wow. He moves all in.
That's the only way he's going to win this hand.
He is literally trying to tell the story of, I've got it.
What does he have there? Pocket threes?
I think he's trying to either convince him a set of jacks or king jack.
No, because he just flatted on. He just flatted pre-flop and then just flatted a 3-bet out of the small blind. If he had jacks, he would have opened. So pocket jacks are not in his range. King jack's probably not there because Dan blocks blocks a set of kings and other king properties. Obviously, Dan, again, knowing what he has in his hand, it's a good call.
And makes the call.
It's a line that doesn't make sense from KJ. I don't get the move there.
And the 6 on the river, Dan is going to win this pot. And K-Jack trying to make a play. Dan is a very solid player, folks. For the times I've known him, he is a very solid player. If he's one of those, he's going to go in with the goods. And if you are trying to make a play and he has a solid read on you, you're just paying him off.
Yeah, the only hand that makes sense there is pocket threes. But if he actually had pocket threes, he's gonna probably check raise the flop, knowing that that king hits Dan's 3-bet range on the button. So if he check raises there, it's a more believable story with a hand like pocket threes. But basically, the only hand he's really representing there is a flush draw.
Or I mean, dare you even say? Would you even have even tried to make that move with even 6s?
No.
Then the 6 on the turn, I'm like, with 2 overcards and a flush draw. I'm like, 6 doesn't even appear there either.
Unless he actually has pocket threes there, on the turn he should be absolutely 100% give up.
Okay.
Dan's a player that's not going to 3-bet light, and he's not going to call a lead into 2 people if he doesn't have a hand like ace king or king queen there. After Dan calls the flop bet, KJ should 100% give up.
Yep, there's your answer there, right there for spot on analysis by none other than Fast Eddie Azinga. It's the reason why when Eddie gets on the felt, he is going to analyze you like a graduate student and try to rip you apart like it's a frat party.
And that's one of the things. Obviously, I have 2 of the most respected players in Dallas. I've lived with them as coaches, and so we talk poker all day, every day. I'm actually text messaging right now about a hand.
Oh, wow.
About a hand, some hands. And so when you're around bright people like that, it makes your game better. It opens your eyes to see how other players play. And if I'm Dan there, I just not believe in KJ's story there.
As we go to our next hand, we got K-Jack that folds the Jack 6. We got Shrek with 5-3 of spades. He makes it 30 to go. Sparky.
I'll say this. I've played with a lot of these players here, except for maybe seat 3 and Razor Piggy and seat 8. I'm not familiar with him. I played with Lucas a number of times. He's a young player. He's still in college, early 20s. 22, 23. He's a very, very difficult to play with. He's a very solid player. He'll 3-bet hands, 4-bet hands, and just he has the ability to triple barrel bluff.
Lots of gamble.
Yeah. No, I mean his thought process is actually really, really good. He'll put you in tough spots though.
But here we go with a flop saying 10-10-9. Poker Canvas has flopped a pair of 9s. A deuce on the turn, no help. And Poker Canvas with the best 9. He's got 10s and 9s with a queen kicker. As we go to the river, it's a king.
And we have a dealer change going. I believe Miss Sarah Kelly is now going to be out of the box, and Miss Katie Offit is going to be taking her spot.
Katie's coming in, y'all. Good luck. Have a great night.
Thank you.
You're at 1,000?
As we go look at our stream here, that says Steven says need a rule for the game to get Dan in there. Don't think he's played a hand since he last shaved. Steven, no, that is no. I can attest for the fact that Dan is a very good player. He's a solid player. He is rock solid. He is not going to make moves at pots unless he's going to have the best hand with this. So that I can attest to. He was a big proponent of wanting to make sure that this particular cash game got on the stream, and we are proud that we were able to accommodate to that going forward with the stream. Here we go, folks. We got Sparky, who's got Motown Jackson 5. He's going to fold. Razor Piggy with King 4. He's going to make it 40 to go. K-Jack folds, and Shrek with the San Francisco 49er. He's going to fold.
It's kind of a tournament play, raising with everybody folds, so you raising with the suited king on the button. That's a hand I would typically open on the button when I'm full to in a tournament. In cash, I would do that occasionally. Sorry for the can opening.
It's okay, folks. We're still quite trying to antiquate the temperature in our live stream booth. Some days it's 35, some days it's 112. This is one of those days. It's the latter, folks.
They were not. There are some hands. When does that ever matter for him? When does that ever matter for him? It was suited. I was in there.
They were. I mean, I love the 9-4.
It's what I had, but obviously.
Action as we return to action. Poker. It's like we have a straddle on, but Razor Piggy's going to raise it up to 40 with Jack 8 of diamonds. It's going to fold around to K-Jack. He lays it down. We've got Shrek. Shrek has Ace Queen. He's going to make it 200 to go.
Pretty big sizing, but it's a pretty standard 3-bet.
It gets folded around. We go back
Especially on this table.
Absolutely, obviously. He's going to, Razor Pig is going to lay down the Jack 8, and Shrek is going to win this pot.
And if you know your table's playing loose, you know a lot of times they'll tell you if you're gonna re-raise 3-bet or something out of position 4x, if you're gonna raise in position 3x. If you know you have a pretty sticky table, you can size up on your sizings on re-raises
Right.
and opens, knowing that the table's gonna be pretty sticky.
Agreed. As we go to our next hand, Poker Kenneth's going to be under the gun. He's got the double down hand, 8 deuce, bet 20. Dan with the big duke. He's got ace king again. He makes it 15 to go. Razor Piggy with queen jack. I think he's going to put in the 3-bet. He does follow suit. He makes it 65 to go.
I could see actually Dan
Chris and Randy fold. And Sparky with 2 5s. He's going to make the call.
I think he should 4-bet here.
But I agree with you, Eddie, on that one. I think Dan's going to try to isolate this against one player. You've got a big hand.
Make it 250.
Let's see. Considering all this, I think, I'm thinking, you're thinking 250. I'm thinking at least 200, maybe 225.
Yeah, 225 is probably a good sizing.
He realized that Razor Piggy has been opening a lot of pots, been definitely 3-betting a lot of raises.
You definitely don't want to flat with this hand.
And right in the middle, folks, he bets 240. He 4-bets this to 245.
He's gonna get folds around.
Yeah, I think Razor Piggy's going to lay down this Queen Jack. Now, it'll be a question on the 2 5s.
I'll tell you why they're going to fold, because they saw the hand that he 3-bet with pre-flop against KJ and knows that he's not going to 3-bet light. If he's not going to 3-bet light, he's definitely not 4-betting light.
I agree. So, yeah, that's a good call in there. And Sparky making an excellent laydown, out of position with, even though he had the best hand with the pair, they've seen the move that Dan made previously. It was with the same Ace King, and it was a 3-bet initially, and it did take down the pot. So they're being a chance to see that, okay, if I'm going to get into this, I need to be in a better position, knowing that the 3-bet is a 4-bet may be coming if Dan is in the hand.
You know, if he just flats there, you can put him on a hand like, I know he had Queen Jack, he had King Queen suited, maybe pocket 8s, pocket 9s, pocket 10s. But when he 4-bets, I mean, he's going to have a very Queens and above Ace King.
I agree with that. We've got Dan and Duck. They're going to both lay down. Razor Piggy, he's going to make it 15 to go with the suited King 3. Chris folds. Randy with the 76 trombones. He's going to make the call. K-Jack with Ace 10 suited. He's going to put in the 3-bet to 65. Shrek with Ace Jack. Wow. Makes the laydown there. Sparky with the 10-3.
That's a correct fold, because Ace Jack offsuit is not a hand that you want to play out of position. A lot of people think that hand is pretty decent. It actually plays pretty terrible post flop.
And there comes the 4-bet from Razor Piggy. He makes it 240 to go. I think Randy's going to lay down the 76 trombones. They're not going to be marching this hand. He folds. K-Jack.
I think he can flat this on the board.
I mean, I agree with you. In position, you put in the initial 3-bet. And he's going to make the call. So we've got Ace 10 of diamonds for K-Jack, King 3 of clubs for Razor Piggy.
Look for Razor Piggy to see bet his entire range, irrespective of what the flop is. I expect him to at least bet 150 to 170, 150 to 200 on the flop. He should be c-betting most of his entire range.
Here's the flop. It comes Ace, Deuce, 9. Oh, this is action flop, folks. KJ is flop top pair. Razor Piggy has the flush draw. And he's moved all in. This is a tough call.
And to be honest, I like, it's an interesting move if he's putting K-Jack on an ace, like ace queen. Because that's going to be very hard for him to get away with ace queen. Now, the jam here, as we're seeing, he only has about 35. I mean, he still has pretty decent equity.
But I see when someone makes this, I like to think it's you lowering that board texture. Oh, he makes the call. I mean, I think that pretty much he had made up his mind, saying if he got there against this particular player and the 5, Sharky would have made a set of 5s if he had played this hand. Here's the river. It's a jack. K-Jack has doubled through.
Good call by KJ there.
Absolutely. I think he read the situation properly. He knows that Razor Piggy is a very action player.
Yeah, I mean, unless Razor's trying to get KJ off an ace, which his kicker wasn't that great, so I mean that's probably why he had to. If he had a hand like ace queen, I think it's probably calling a lot quicker here.
Well, I think the other way around was if he did have ace queen, if he did have ace jack, and so why would you shove knowing that you are sitting there with a top pair maybe with a better kicker?
I was talking about KJ.
Oh, okay. Oh, sorry.
I said with KJ having only ace 10 as his kicker, had the tank a little bit.
Right.
I think with a hand like obviously ace king, ace queen, he's snap folding there.
Right.
Again, the jam doesn't make sense because what worse hand is going to call you?
True.
That's his first 4-bet.
That flop jam, knowing that you don't, because you have to put KJ at least on the ace there.
I agree. I absolutely agree with that.
And so if you're jamming there, you're jamming a good draw, which is what he did. So
I saw the ace of diamonds.
All right, everyone. We are at hand 16 again. We thank you very much as we are getting ready to wrap our first hour of streaming this second night of live stream cash games. We'll be going for 3 hours with this group tonight at a minimum of 3 hours. Who knows what will happen? I know we also have our Katie's Game tournament that is going on concurrently with this cash games. And it looks like it's going to get checked. Everyone limped in 6 ways. And the flop comes down Jack 10-3.
Patrick flops open ender.
We got Duck with an open ender. We got Sparky with second pair. Shrek with second pair. Dan with 2 cards that shouldn't have even been in the pot. And Sparky's going to bet with his second pair. Duck's going to call. Randy with just king high.
It's 5K buy-in. It takes about 15 minutes to change it to get weird.
And they're playing 7 deuce, which never came into play.
We did one early.
And it's going to go fold. Shrek lays down his pair. And the ace of clubs now gives him an open and straight draw with a flush draw.
I'd like to see Patrick bet here. Oh.
They both check.
Turns a combo draw. I would bet there.
And the 6 on the river, Sparky's 10s are going to hold. He puts in the value bet of 65.
Yeah, when the turn is a card that gives you an additional equity, that's a hand you typically want to barrel on, even though he had just called Daryl's donk lead on the flop. When Daryl checks the turn, again, when you have a card, because if Daryl has an ace there, he's going to continue betting. Right? Even if he was semi-bluffing on the flop, if he hits an ace, he's semi-bluffing.
I agree.
I mean, he's still going to barrel over there. The fact that he checks the turn makes his hand pretty face up with either a jack or a 10 there. And so with Patrick picking up additional equity, I would like to see him barrel there. Probably could have got Daryl off that hand.
And as we go to make a quick change over to our stream chat, we said, we got Tiny Poker says, howdy all the way from sunny Huntington Beach, California. It must be beautiful out there. We don't like it.
It's not bad over here.
We don't like, but they have the beach. They have the beach in the Pacific Ocean. It must be beautiful. I hope you're enjoying it. Or maybe you're watching this on the beach, which would be like twice as amazing. Which would, yeah. Well, thank you for that very much. We return to action. Razor Piggy makes it 15 to go with 6-4 suited. Chris with 2 queens. He makes the call. Randy with the king 9 of hearts. He's going to 3-bet this to 55. Sparky with the jack 7. He's going to lay it down. Poker Kent's got 6-4. He folds. It folds around back to Razor Picky. He's going to make the call. And Chris with 2 queens.
He's gonna have to 4-bet here. He doesn't want to take queens. He does not want to take queens 3 ways.
I agree.
He's probably gonna make it 255.
Here we go. And drops in the big 4-bet to 265.
I literally said 255 to 275. He picked it right in the middle.
Right in the middle. Now, Randy here, he's with a decision. He's got king 9 of hearts. Can he really call this 4-bet after a raise, a call, he 3-bets and a call, and then a 4-bet?
I can see him calling. I mean, it's not a hand that you would typically call a 4-bet with.
Can you
3-bet? But again, I played with Randy a handful of times. He can get pretty sticky, especially pre-flop, and like seeing a flop. Razor Figure obviously has to fold here to a 3-bet, 4-bet, and then a flat.
A flat call. He's gonna smooth call 210. We've got over 800 pre-flop. Here we go, folks. It's 6-4 of spades, 2 queens, and a king. Randy hits the top pair. Chris has to go. You can see him going, wow, did that really just happen?
I think if you're going to bet, you're going to bet small and see what happens on.
I think he's just going to try to make the play.
I think you make it small. If you're going to bet, you bet small. 200? 150?
I think he's going for the big one. I think he's going to pull out for like 400, maybe 5. If it's going to be 5, it's going to be all of it. I think he's going to be all of it. It's going to be all of it. He's all in, folks.
Randy's going to call.
That is a big bet. It's just a little bit of a pot-sized bet. He's all in for just a little over 700. Now, the real question is, you got Randy with top pair, but not that good a kicker. And he did dry call after the 4-bet.
To be honest, I think if you're gonna call this hand and you hit top pair, you're gonna have to just go with it.
I agree, and see, he's trying to just cut out that 700.
Which is why I would have liked to seen a small bet, maybe like 1/5, 1/4 pot on the flop, and if you get a caller, if you get a caller, then you check turn. You have to put a king in one of these guys' range.
I look at this where and think, okay, if you're just going to make the call, I think you should just come back over the top yourself since you got one player behind, and you don't know, and you got Razor Piggy there sitting on a gut shot.
Razor Piggy's not calling.
I know he's not calling on a gut. I know he's not calling with the gut shot, but that's what he's thinking about. He's like, if he makes this call, what is the third player going to do behind him? And he lays it down. Wow. He lays down the top pair. He laid down the best hand. What a play by Chris.
I think that's a mistake. Again, if you're going to call a 4-bet in position with king high and you flop top pair and somebody jams on you, I think you have to call.
Wow, well, that was an amazing play. I think he assessed the situation properly, makes that move, and even though Randy had top pair, I think Randy put him on a better pair, on a better hand, or even on maybe even a set of kings. But hey, Chris took down the pot, and my hats to him, and that was that was an amazing play. We go to the chat again. It's like Tiny Poker said, hey, I just realized that's Chris from Hazlitt House. Glad to see him back in town. Yes, and that was him that made that amazing play with the 2 queens, even though that Randy flopped top pair, but got him to lay it down. Randy is going to call with the 6-4 off. KJ's got Dolly Parton 9-5. And Shrek with Queen Jack. Yeah, he was going to enter in. He puts in the raise. He makes it 35 to go. Sparky folds, Poker Kenneth with the queen 4 of spades. Dan's got the hammer. 7 deuce off.
Are they playing the 7 deuce game?
I don't believe so. Not like last night.
We'll
although,
find out. Oh, never mind. Okay.
but only surprisingly enough, with the there were 5 opportunities to cash in on the 7 deuce. Only one gentleman did. And Razor Piggy with the ace and a fake. It's ace 4 of diamonds. He's gonna make the call. We're going 4 ways to a flop.
I think I'm gonna.
Oh, excuse me, Randy. Randy still has to act. It's going to be another 35 to call.
I think I might have to get in this game next week.
He's going to make the call, folks. We're 4 ways to a flop. And the flop comes king, queen, queen. Hold on, folks. Both Shrek and Poker Kenneth have flopped 3 queens. Shrek does have the better kicker.
I think it's small. Well, it's a pretty wet board. You probably bet at least half pot.
We're going to see some fireworks, folks. Shrek's going to lead out with the 3 queens. He makes it 65 to go. Poker Kenneth, I think he's going to smooth call this, which he does. I think Razor Piggy and Randy are going to get out the way.
I'm interested to see what happens on this turn card. See, that's a
9 of hearts. What a turn card. Now he not only does he have the best hand, he has a straight draw, a flush draw, and yes, a straight flush draw.
I think he should size up here and make it big. He can go 225.
Oh, he checks.
That's a check. I wonder if he's gonna.
And he induces a bet. Poker Kenneth leads out for 150.
I wonder if he's gonna check raise.
You're sitting there with, well, I mean, with the whole world on the draw,
Yeah, and that's the thing. You block straight draws. You block flush draws.
and you're sitting with 3 queens.
Yeah, you have the second to nut flush draw, and you're drawing to the nut straight too as well. So you have a lot of properties in your hand, unless you're just trying to get significant value here.
And the 6 on the river looks like the Queen Jack's gonna play, and he rolls it over. He's gonna win this pot. On our chat, James Hughes, where is Lightning from Indiana? Get the action chippies ready. Dan, and here's our chip counts. We got Dan and K-Chak leading the way. Duck, Chris, Randy, Shrek, Sparky, Razor Piggy, and then Poker Kenneth. Action's going to be on Randy.
I think he straddled.
Oh, that's right.
I think no.
Yeah, I think Chris straddled. Yeah, we got the straddle on under the gun.
Okay.
Yeah, we got the straddle on under the gun. Randy with Queen 9.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah.
He's going to put in the call.
Randy likes to see a lot of flops.
Absolutely. It's going to go fold. Poker Kenneth's got a connector, 6-5. He's going to put in the raise to 40. And Action Dan, sitting with Ace Jack on the button, is going to smooth call this.
I think if we're going to play that hand, flatting's okay on the button, but I prefer to see a 3-bet there.
Duck calls with Ace 7. Chris is going to lay down the Ace 8 back to Randy. He's got Queen 9.
He's calling.
I think he's letting that go. He's letting that go. And once again, I'm okay being wrong because I am, and he makes the call.
He likes to see flops.
He does like to see a lot of flops. So
That's what I want to see if we can get the statistics. I want to see what everybody's VPIP is.
I think that should be coming up soon. And it comes 5-5-3. Kenneth, Poker Kenneth has made 3 5s. Action on Duck.
I think this is going to check, actually.
Check, and it's over to Poker Kenneth with the 3 5s. He's going to lead out. He bets 20.
I could see Dan floating in position with overs.
He lays it down. Duck with the Ace 7 of clubs. He's going to make the call. Randy folds. We're heads up to the turn. It's a 3. that mints poker Kenneth. He's got a full house, fives full of threes. Duck checks, he checks. I think he's just trying to induce a river bet out of Duck. 10 on the river. He leads out for 50. And he leads out for 75. And the quick re-raise to 300. I don't know if that would have been worth it. I think maybe 150, maybe 100, maybe 175 might have gotten a call from Ace High. Yeah. Not 300.
Yeah, the sizing and the timing of that, you're not raising there without a. Even if you have a 3, you're just calling.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, you're not raising there without a 5.
Exactly. It's once the 3 came and once the board paired 3s, and that only a full house is going to beat you with the Ace High. I don't think the big re-raise would have not got him. I mean, I think when Duck leads off for 75, I think if he even if he min clicks to 150, maybe 175.
I'm folding.
Really?
I'm folding with an ace.
You're still folding with the ace?
Probably.
Okay. We're back to action here. Action's going to be with under the gun with K-Jack. He looks down at the kids game, Acey Deucey.
For the record, I play a lot different than a lot of these guys.
Uh-oh, and what do you know? For every time he's been raising into a pot, Shrek wakes up with the weapons of mass destruction, pocket aces. Poker Kenneth with Jack 9's just going to call. Wow, Action Dan has Ace 10 of spades. He makes it 100 to go.
Which is actually correct. Again, Shrek's been 3-betting a lot and opening a ton. So for when that happens, obviously he's gonna 4-bet out of here just to get it potentially isolated against Dan. Shouldn't use a sizing of more than 350.
Yeah, I think honestly, he's going to come back over for maybe 320. I think it's going to be 320 to go, because with the Big Duke, 350. We're getting close. I think we're pretty much dead on within. Wait a minute, did he just smooth call with Jack 9?
No, I think he snapped.
Oh, he fold. Oh, he snap folds. Now, Dan with a big. He's got Ace 10. He's played solid hands. He's seen Shrek raise almost every time in either regardless of whether he be in or out of position, and he's got a solid hand here, and he's got position on Shrek.
I wouldn't fault him for cold calling Shrek's 4-bet. Again, obviously we can see Shrek's hand pocket aces. He blocks theoretically. Again, you can theoretically block hands, but doesn't mean they're still not available.
I agree.
So he's blocking pocket aces. He's blocking ace king. He's blocking a combination ace king suited. Unless he thinks that Shrek is 3-betting with jacks or queens, because he's probably not going to be 4-betting with 10s.
Wow, what a laydown here. He had ace 10 suited. He's going to lay this down. Randy, I think, is going to immediately dumps to king 10. And Shrek, he's done a lot of raising tonight and finally wakes up with a big hand and gets paid off pre-flop, and he's going to rake in this pot. Here's our chip count.
Nobody ever expects Dan and Lucas to ever have ace king, aces, queens. Nobody ever expects that. I expect it.
Action has been fast and furious. I remember these players started about a little after 6 o'clock.
You don't think there's been enough action? That's the problem.
I got Lucas to bet the queen.
And it's going to be Shrek under the gun. He's got ace 8 of clubs. He's going to put in the small raise. Sparky calls. And Poker Kenneth with the Ducks. Dan Simone with the Hammer. 7 deuce. And the Duck with King Jack. He's going to put in the 3-bet, makes it $50. Razor Picky had Queen 7. He's going to lay it down. Randy with Queen 9. He calls. K-Jack folds back at Shrek back to Shrek. He's going to make the call with ace 8 of clubs. Sparky with Queen 9.
He's getting a good price. Now, I will say this. A lot of people call hits because they're getting a good price. Even with they had like 8 5s offsuit. Just because you're getting a good price doesn't mean you play the hand.
And
Especially a hand out of position.
And here we go. The flop comes 7, 8, 6. Shrek's got a pair of 8s. Both Sparky and Randy have an open and straight draw.
I'm going to narrate the hand. I'm playing 5-handed off of raise on an 8-7 board, 6 board. I'm going to check.
I'm like, you got Duck trying to take our jobs. 5-handed here. It's going to go check around. We got Randy who's sitting with, and a 9 on the turn. It now gives Randy and Sparky a pair of 9s.
Very dangerous board to lead on.
It's
5 or 10 gets there.
Absolutely. There is a 4-liner on the board, and Randy bets 100. Sparky calls. Poker Cannon's going to dump the deuces. Duck does now have a straight draw. A 10 on the board would put a straight on the board would give him a jack high straight. He's going to lay that down. And here's the river. It's a 3.
Inconsequential card. I see this thing going check, check.
And I think they're going to, if it goes check, check, they're going to chop this pot. But is Sparky going to try to make a play? Or is Randy trying to make a play? Randy going to the toolbox, and he's putting in a bet. He makes it 225. He bets half the pot. And, Sparky makes the quick call.
He snap calls?
Yep. He makes, me bets 175. Sparky makes the quick call. And they're going to show down. They have the same hand, and they're going to chop this pot. You know what they say about when you end up splitting a pot, right, Danny?
No one likes a chop pot.
I was thinking everybody likes a chop pot.
Is that a new one?
Then we've just had this in there. I'm just gonna go back and forth. So it's new stuff we're working on.
Yeah.
And here are the chip counts that. As we make a dealer change, the dealer change over, and it is none other than the big man himself. It's Shane the Butcher.
I was crushing Jack 10 pre-flop. But I don't know a 6-way hand, a 5-way hand where I bet on it 8-7.
I had the best hand on the flop. Right. I give her way too
Action on Sparky. He's gonna make it 10 to go. He's gonna make it 10 to go with Queen 4. Poker Cannon. He's gonna fold. Action Dan with Ace Jack of Hearts. He's going to put in the 3-bet, making it 30. Duck fold is King Deuce. Razor Piggy, he folds over to Chris on the button. He's got 10-7 suited in hearts. He makes the call. Randy with the 7-8 offsuit.
Lucas wants to get people to fold. You're happy to hit your hand and see a flop.
And Shrek wakes up with 2 6s. He wakes up with Route 66. He's going to make the call. Sparky going to call with the Queen 4 off. And we are 5 ways to a flop. And the flop comes Queen 4. Queen, what a flop. Sparky has flopped a full house. Queen's full. Dan has the nut flush draw. Chris has a lesser flush draw. What a time to wake up with Queen 4 in the big. Action's going to be on Dan sitting with the nut flush draw. He checks. Chris checks to flush his flush draw. Here's the turn. It's a 10. Even though Chris has made a pair of 10s with that. Randy open folds. It gets checked around. Sparky's just trying to induce some kind of action here. And over to Chris, who's got a pair and a flush draw. He's going to lead out. He bets 50. Shrek with the 2 6s. He folds the 6s. Now Sparky makes the smooth call. Dan sitting with the nut flush draw and a straight draw. He makes the call. And the 5. Now Sparky's going to try to induce his action here. He makes it 250 to go. Dan missed both sets of draws. He's going to lay this down. Chris got a pair of 10s. I think obviously that's a sound move just to lay this down. I mean,
Yes, I will always show. If you give Butcher $5, I do that. I make money for the dealer.
he's literally trying to think on like, can he? It's 250 to call, and you mean he's not really putting Sparky on the hand that he has.
You can call and see my cards, or you can fold and see them for $5 for the dealer.
Wow, he's saying that's one thing. He's you got Sparky that's really trying to get action for the dealers too. It's either going to be 250 or 5, and that's the fold.
Butcher $5.
And shows he flopped his full house.
Butcher, that was perfect, son.
They're gonna think we have something going. No problem like that. Thank you, I appreciate that.
Obviously, makes a move for the dealers on that regard. That we can always appreciate. It was either 250 to call or 5 to fold. Here are our chip counts. As we go also to the stream, the flicking critic, this Shrek guy seems like a real stud. Betting on him. Brian Kemper says at Poker House Live, when you see Shrek make a $10 under the gun, he's raising dark. They don't allow restraddles in this game, so it's a dead 10.
So Daryl, there's no amount with your $10 blind bet. If I make it 50, you're still calling.
Probably, because
Yeah.
it's my blind bet. You're my 5.
You call 100.
I'm your 5. Y'all know my hand.
We've had action again. Poker Canada making it 40 to go with Jack 9 offsuit. It gets folded around over to Randy on the button. He's got 10-6 of diamonds. He's going to make the call. K-Jack folds. Shrek folds the A7. And Sparky with King 9 of clubs.
Remember, I get to run it twice if you and I are that's okay.
We agreed to you getting 2
Yeah,
runners
I let you do it last week instead of
Oh, and the board comes 4 King 7. Sparky's flop top pair, and the other two, and Poker Canada and Randy doesn't have much of anything else.
Well, Poker Cat's gonna probably bet here.
Yeah, I
That's
think
entire range.
absolutely he's gonna posture here, and put in the continuation bet.
And then Randy's gonna fold, and Sparky is going to call, obviously.
He makes it 60. Randy folds. Sparky calls.
And you know, based off that dry board, that Daryl never is not calling without a king.
And now the 10 on the turn, it now gives Poker Canada a two-way straight draw, 8 or a queen, but the board pair 7s, and Sparky now is going to lead out.
yeah, you got lucky and kept your stack. And then you left like 20 minutes later. You're like, okay, I'm
Small bet 85, about 1/4 pot. Oh, 1/3 pot. I'm sorry.
And Poker Canada, unfortunately, he missed all of the draws, missed the straight draw, missed both straight draws and the pair draw, and I think this is just to make a quiet laydown. And Poker Kenneth folds.
Got her to fold same pair better.
Good shit, Dad. That's good shit.
And he's going to take this pot. Here's our chip counts.
Was I second pair or what? Third pair?
I don't remember the action. Remember raising the flop because you got
All you know is you got a little swing.
As we go right back into action with our dealer Shane, aka Butcher. That's one thing. Shane has very big hands.
I always love that he wears a different bandana every single time.
Absolutely. It make I keep thinking honestly, are you coming? Were you a roadie for Springsteen or something? That
America. Hat trick with Kings opening.
Wait a
plus
minute.
one.
With Kings and makes the small raise to 15. KJ is going to call with the kids game.
That's interesting sizing because I think standard open on this table on a 1-2-5 table is 20, 25. So for him to make it small, he's just inviting a lot of hands in. which is what
Absolutely. Sparky calls with the 6-3 of spades. Poker Canada calls with the King 7 of spades. And we're going 4 ways, and that's exactly why you want to make a strong play with the KJX flopped top pair, Poker Canada's flopped third pair, and Sparky folds. Poker Kenneth is going to raise with bottom pair to 100. K-Jack in position with top pair, but the absolute worst kicker. And he's going to make the call.
I'll say this: if a non-diamond hits and he barrels, you're gonna have to call. You're gonna have to call with your ace.
There's the 5 of spades.
You're not gonna call one street. You shouldn't be calling there. If a lot of draws hit miss here, so KJ is gonna should recognize that a lot of draws miss there. If you're gonna call with a weak ace on the flop, based off that hand configuration. If a diamond hits or a straight draw misses, you have to continue and call with an ace again.
Absolutely. I do agree with you in regards to the board texture now. Now, yeah, Poker Kenneth leads out for 110. That's about 30. He leads out for 30% pot. So obviously now it's going to price K-Jack in. He's going to make the call.
And then Poker's just going to have to, if he wants his hand, he's going to have to triple barrel unless he rivers.
And that is a card that he easily could. The 5 of diamonds gets there. It gives K-Jack the winning hand with aces and 5s, but can he? And he checks. I think he just decided to give up the hand from there. Once the diamond got there, he just gave it up.
Yeah.
And K-Jack is going to win this pot.
Now, Poker Kenneth may be putting KJ on a flush draw there. If he's putting him on a flush, the check back is correct.
Right.
If he's not putting him on the flush draw, just putting him on an ace, then he needs to barrel that river card.
That's my mindset. Is that if you're going to, he raised on the flop, and he bet the turn. And I know it's always that hard. It is always that absolutely impossible thing is that if you had having that ability to try to 3-bet that river, regardless of what comes out, and then try to get that person to fold the best hand. And I think under those situations, when the board pairs 5s, but when the board pairs 5s and the diamond gets there, it's a situation where he couldn't put him on either hand. You couldn't put him on a 5. You couldn't put him on a diamond draw, but you also know you don't have enough showdown value just to call with third pair.
I was told by Dan that Jared's $15 raise pre-flop is the appropriate raise. So I followed.
Chris lays down the 10-9 action over to Randy. He's got 8-6. KJ folds. Shrek folds. And Sparky with ace-jack in the small blind. Looks like he's going to put in the raise. He makes it 35 to go. Action on to Poker Canada. He's got jack 10 of clubs. He makes the call. over to Duck with ace 5.
Should be
Under the gun.
Randy gonna call in position with 8-6 strike as well. Going 5 ways to the flop with 180 in the pot.
And the flop comes 4, queen, ace, 2 hearts. Sparky has top pair. Poker Kenneth has an inside straight draw. Duck has a pair with a lesser kicker. And Randy and Shrek are wishing for 3 more cards on the board.
Leave whenever you want. We'll post you. Leave whenever you want.
I'm not a big fan of Poker Kenneth's call, especially when Sparky opens. All he's really drawn to is a king. That's not a king of hearts. So he's really only drawn to 2 outs. So it's a really, really speculative call here, knowing that he doesn't have a ton of outs.
And the 7 on the turn, no help to any player.
I'd like to see him size up, go about 200, 225.
Maybe 180.
It's a really small size.
165.
It's about 45% pot. It's a little small, especially on a very coordinated board.
Poker Kenneth folds. You got Duck with top pair. Not a great kicker. But he's going to make the call.
And I think most rivers, Daryl should be checking.
And we're going
Go
to
check.
going to a river. It's a 6.
Doesn't change much, but I still think he should just go check.
Oh, he's leading out. He's betting 300.
Gonna get some value here probably. A lot of hands miss, a lot of straight draws miss, a lot of flush draws miss.
And right now with the Jack will play.
And the thing is, especially playing a hand like Ace 5, there's so many better aces that
And he makes the call. And yes, he didn't believe to put him on a better ace, if at any ace at all.
pretty good value size bet at 45% pot.
All right, folks. Again, we just had to get an update here. So, for those watching the stream tonight, you're gonna get a double dip treat. I'll tell you about it after this hand, because we've got a raise, and then Shrek with under in the cutoff with the hooks. He's with the 2 jacks. He makes it 50 to go. Poker Canis with 2 7s. He's gonna make the call. Dan folds. Duck with the 76 trombones. He's going to make the call. Razor Piggy with ace 6. He's going to make the call. Randy with queen 8. He makes the call. And the flop comes ace 5 9. Razor Piggy's made top pair. It goes check, check. And check. And Shrek with the 2 jacks. He folds. And then the 3 of clubs comes. Now Razor Piggy has top pair with the nut flush draw. Duck does pick up a 2-way straight draw. A 4 or an 8 would give him a straight. And Razor Piggy's the lead out for 175. Randy, he folds. Shrek with the 2 jacks with the and he's going to put in his raise. He's going to make it 400 to go. Poker Canada with the 2 sevens. He's going to go. Duck's going to lay down the 2-way straight draw. Razor Piggy, I think, yep, he's coming with this. He's got top pair and the nut flush draw to a river. Oh! He spikes a jack and spikes the set on the river. And he ships it all in. If there ever was a fantasy card that came out, it was this. He trailed the whole way and had blockers to the nut flush and spikes a jack to make a set. This is a tough call. This is a very tough call. Shrek's moved all in, and he's played the line as aggressive as you can. He's played the line like he already either had the flush. So the fact that he makes a set of jacks on the river, and Razor Piggy would know that he does have top pair and had the blocker to the nut flush draw, and makes the call. Wow, what a hand! Shrek's gonna turn over the set of jacks. And he's going to double through. I mean, Shrek fired the whole way out. Made the bet. Made the 3-bet before the flop. Bets the flop. Calls the turn. Raises the turn. Then ships it on the river and gets maximum value. Here's our chip count.
What's your stack right now? Tell Mike to put it. Okay, and another 1,000.
I was doing the same thing without that. So glad I hit. He wasn't folding.
As we got action's going to be under Randy as Razor Piggy's reloading. Randy with the 9-5, he's going to fold. Chris folds. Randy folds. And K-Jack with the kids game AC Doocy. He makes the call. Shrek with. He's going to fold. Sparky has Queen 6. He's going to make the call. And Ducky. He calls with the Queen 9. We're 4 ways to a flop. It comes 10-10-3. So far, it is Razor Piggy with the 10s and 3s. He's going to lead out. KJ folds the AC Doocy. It goes fold, and Razor Piggy is going to take down the pot. Again, folks, thank you very much for tuning in to this night 2 of our streaming of our cash game. You're actually going to get bonus footage tonight because not only are we going to stream this cash game until 10 o'clock, also we are going to stream the final table of our Wednesday night Katie's Game tournament right after we end at least the live stream of this cash game at 10 o'clock or whenever that the final table occurs in that tournament. It will get shifted over here and you will see both this cash game and the final table of our tournament. It's 2 for the price of 1. So by all means, reach out to all your friends, neighbors, loved ones, cousins, co-workers, random people you play cards with, random people you want to play cards with. Tell them to tune in. It's going to be a 2 for 1 tonight with both this cash game table and the final table of the Katie's Game tournament here tonight at Poker House of Dallas. Actions here, we're going to get over. It's where Shrek raises the 30. Dan smooth calls with the ace-jack suited. Chris with a suited connector, 4-3 of spades. We're going 3 ways to a flop. And the flop is 5-4-9, all clubs. So far, the ace high is ahead. It goes check, check. The turn, 9 of diamonds pairs the board. Shrek checks. Dan's going to put out a bet. He's going to make it 35 to go. Shrek, with the insta-fold, Dan's going to take down this pot. Okay, and here is our chip counts. Again, we got a few people that are not at the table. They, the table has required that if you are not there, you are still going to post.
Half the table's not here. More people are not here. That's half. And the math isn't your major.
Your counter's twice as many people. There's 3 people not here.
I was not.
1, 2, 3. Counting you.
Action's going to be on K-Jack. He's got 4-3 offsuit under the gun. Gonna lay it down. Shrek with the raise. He's got 2 8s. He's got the snowman. He's gonna make it 30 to go. Parker Kenneth with 7-8 offsuit. He's gonna fold. It goes fold, fold, fold. Razor Piggy. He's gonna lay it down. Chris. He folds over to Randy. Oh wow, Randy's got ace king. And Randy's going to put in the 3-bet. He makes it a 125 with the ace king.
He's got stats.
He makes it 1 1/4. Back to Shrek with the 2 8s. He's going to make the call, and we're going to go heads up. It's ace king for Randy, 2 8s for Shrek. Here's the flop.
Lucas called him, so surprised.
In it comes 6 ace deuce. Randy's got top pair, top kicker. Action's going to be on him. Oh, Katie's going to turn it? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Randy leads out for 3 1/4 with top pair, top kicker. I don't see how Shrek can call this down with just a pair of 8s. Obviously, Randy put in the 3-bet pre-flop. Now he's continued with a very healthy bet on the flop.
And some nachos. Feeling nuts right now. That was a bad deal. No good?
I think he's just trying to figure out, it's like, okay, is there any way I can make a move on this player? I think he's just going to lay it down. He lays it down. Randy, very solid player. He's going to take the pot.
I didn't have shit. I pocket 8s. I really wanted to call that.
All right, guys, that's it for me. It's from Mr. Farrell. Thank you so much for the tips. Going through this and letting us learn. We appreciate you guys.
You missed one of your favorite hands.
Be great, Buck.
What do you have? Is he 3-betting?
6-7 diamond. He absolutely is.
Not unfortunately, but well, the action in the room. Unfortunately, my court, Fast Eddie Izinga, could not help himself, and he is actually elected before registration has ended to end up jumping in the Katie's Game tournament before registration ended. So I am back solo. And as I go to the chat, Philip Morgan says, how do I get in on the game? Well, Philip, thank you. Number one, thank you for watching the stream. The other part is reach out to us. Send us a message either through any of the social media streams. either through Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or you can send an email to info@pokerhousedallas.com.
Basically, the table doesn't know how to read it, so it skips a bunch of
Well, you gotta make sure you're good. Oh, and then they have girls too. You gotta make sure you're good.
So what we got going on with this $10? Is that a $10
Blind bet.
C2 makes it 10.
Basically, only Lucas and Daryl would do it.
Jared, you got it.
All right, we got action here where Sparky putting in the 10 to make it for round 8-3. Poker Kenneth calls Dan with the hammer. He's going to fold. Duck with San Francisco 49er. He's going to fold. Razor Piggy folds over to Chris. And he's got big slack. He's going to raise it. He's going to make it $80 to go. Randy with a 7. He's going to call with a K-Jack with 10-6 offsuit. Randy makes the call. K-Jack's going to fold. Shrek has 7-8. He's going to fold. And Sparky folds. Poker Kenneth is going to make the call with Jack 10 of clubs. Here's the flop. We're three ways. And the flop is 6-5-5. So far, the Ace King is ahead. Action on Chris. He's going to check. Randy checks. And Poker Kenneth, he's going to check too. We're going to a turn. It's the 4 of spades that now gives Chris also the best hand and a flush draw. Randy does turn an open and straight draw. And Kenneth still with just Jack high. And we're going to a river. It's a 4 that pairs the board. And right now, it's going to be a split pot between Randy and Chris with 2 pair 5s and 4s with an ace kicker, unless Poker Kenneth can find a way to make a bet. And he's not. And it's going to go check, check, check. And Chris and Randy are both going to chop this pot with 5s and 4s and the ace kicker.
Still got my money on Ace King.
Patrick, if you ever go to Arizona, I want to play on live stream. Jared said you gotta let me know.
Got some more comments on the stream. Zach Bolton, glad we have some live stream action. Thanks, guys. No, Zach, thank you for tuning in. While we got you here, anybody that's watching this, if you can, and just if anything, drop a line, drop a post, share, like, subscribe, do what you can. We're trying to make this stream as best as we can. So, but with that, we do need your support. We will continue to do more streams like this. And we will try to, as it gets bigger, we will try to get you and some of the players that you know into these live stream games for as much as we can, for as many times as we can. All of this is available to you, and we appreciate it as we only take Poker House Live to the next level.
10 from the 3 seat.
Poker Kenneth's gonna end up with a call for Jack 3. Dan's was not at the table. Duck with the 5 and the Woolworths 10 and 5 and dime. He's gonna fold. And oh wow, look at this. On the button, Chris has woken up with the American Airlines. He's got 2 aces. Randy calls with 10-3 of hearts. Shrek is gonna make the call with Shrek has tried to make a move. He's made it 250 to go with 5-4 offsuit. It's gonna go fold, fold. It's gonna go fold, fold. And for Chris, that's exactly what you wanted, holding 2 aces. On the button, you made the button raise. You've just been re-raised. It's 200 to go. And he's just trying to figure out, I think, as he cuts out some more chips, he looks at his stack.
Best hand Vishal's ever played against me. Kind of bluffed. He's bluffed me so many times. But I think it might have been the first week we ever played this. Yeah. It was.
It looks like he's cutting out a re-raise.
It was very early.
And he has, folks.
Raised 550.
And
He's made it 550 to go. Randy's gonna fold, and I think there's just Shrek's just gonna take his time, just to still look strong while he's making the laydown on this. He's got 5 high. Oh, he's asking for a count.
We'll get there. I'm in the small blind with jacks, and I take his 135, which everybody between us folds. 325. All the other stuff folds.
Whoa! He's moved all in, and the snap call. Whoa! Oh no! Shrek tried to make a move on Chris. He saw a chip stack, and he. Wow! It's 5-4 offsuit against 2 aces. The flop comes 10-8 king. It's got to come exactly 5-4 club or there's a 4. 4 or 5. It's a 7, and Chris rolls over the aces. Shrek was trying to make a move to try to fate some weakness against that, and ends up doubling up Chris while he's holding the 2 aces.
On top of my 3.
We're talking action, folks. I mean we do know it's action, but wow. That's a little hard to swallow. Knowing, I can understand, we know that Lucas is an action player. Obviously, that's the reason why you make these raises. That's the reason why you make these 3 bets, 4 bets, 5 bets. But knowing that Chris has been a solid player, and when he raises on the button, and then gets the 3 bet and then makes the 4 bet. I think it was Shrek was trying to make Chris I don't think he was about see if Chris was strong. I think he was trying to take the play away on the flop by just going all in, and there went he goes all in, the insta call exists, they run it down, and the aces hold. As we go to the chip count and also to the stream chat. Now hold on. Now it's like what in it? But that's what you want with aces. No. I think more or less he's made plays like that all night, and I think he was taking advantage of his over-the-top image that if he really had it when. I don't know if he really had it. Why would he play back at me twice? And once they got it all in, it showed he really had it. Action's gonna be on Poker Kenneth. He's got Queen 4.
You're so bad.
Gonna lay it down. And we got Dan with a Queen 9 of clubs. He's gonna fold. It gets folded around. Chris folds, Randy folds, K-Jack with King 8. He's going to call. Shrek is going to call as well. And Sparky with 6-3 calls. Well, Dan, you got your wish. You got 3 callers, which kind of just going to equal to a 3-bet. And the flop comes down at 10, ace, king. What a flop for Dan. He's flopped an inside straight draw and the nut flush draw. Action's going to be on him. He bets 35. KJ with KJ with second pair. Shrek with the straight draw. He makes the call. Sparky's going to lay it down. Here is the turn. It's an ace. Again, Shrek has 2 pair aces and 10s. Dan has the straight draw and the flush draw, and the pair draw is no good because if he hits a queen, that will give Shrek a straight. That will give Shrek a straight. If the jack comes, that will give Dan a straight. Shrek checks. Dan checks. I think he didn't see the check part. And the 10 gets there. It's the 10 of clubs. Dan has made the nut flush, but Shrek has made a full house. 10's full of aces. And moves all in.
I never stared down.
Oh, excuse me. I retract my previous statement. He bets 75 over to Dan, who's got the nut flush. But with this board texture, you have it with this double pair, even though he does have the nut flush in clubs, this double board texture, can you really? Oh, he's going to try to make the play. He puts in the raise to 225. And makes the call. Shrek's going to turn over his full house. And Shrek is going to take down this pot.
Dan, I'm not very good at this game. But you're not getting value in everything but a full house. That was insanely bottom of your range. You don't call that.
I haven't had a lot of it, but what I've had, I like it.
Dallas probably has. I would say the best hand for the
And action's going to be on Dan. He's got 4-3. He's going to lay down over the duck. He's going to make the call with king 6 of diamonds. Raise your piggy with the raise. He's got the double down hand. 8-3 of spades. Bet 20. It's going to fold around over to K-Jack. With the 98 O's, he's got 98 of hearts. He's going to call. We did, forgive us, folks, we did make the adjustment. It'll be just a few moments where the camera angle will change back, but we've got 4 ways to a flop. And it comes Jack 3-8. K-Jack's got a pair of 8s. Razor Piggy's flop 2 pair. Sparky does have a flush draw with that 7 of clubs. Action's going to be on duck. He checks. Razor Piggy's got 2 pair. He leads out with his 2 pair. He bets 80. K-Jack with second pair. He folds. Sparky with the flush draw. He folds. Duck with king high and no spade, no club. I think this is just the point of he's taking his time before he lets this go. And there it goes. Here is our chip count. Action is on Razor Piggy. He's going to fold the double down hand, bet 20 with 7-3. Chris folds the 4 deuce.
7, 8, 9 folds.
And Randy folds over to K-Jack in the cutoff. He's got it for Shrek with the ace-9 of hearts on the button. He's going to make it 35 to go. And, oh, excuse me, Poker Kenneth with 7-8 of spades. He makes it 200 to go. Sparky's got 2 5s. He called the 35. Poker Kenneth made it 200 to go. Shrek's going to call 165 with the ace-9. And Sparky's going to lay down, and the flop comes down. Jack, 9, 6. Shrek has 2 9s. Poker Kenneth was an open-end straight draw. He goes all in. He calls. Wow. It's a pair of 9s versus an open-end straight draw. 4 of diamonds on the turn in the river. It's a 3. And with a pair of 9s. Oh, excuse me. Oh, they ended up running it twice. This, forgive me, folks. You saw the 2 sets of cards. They ended up running it twice. And it looks like the 9s on both boards for Shrek is going to win both sides of this pot.
There's got to be a spot where it's, yeah, there's a weak spot.
I'm flipping for 3K.
You're calling it the 6-2. You're calling it the 6-2.
Lucas is like, I don't have a die system.
I thought a pair was good.
Where'd you get it from?
So they sell them everywhere, but they're on allocation everywhere. So you flip what you see, like every
Barrel strength.
Yeah, I mean, it's not very expensive. It's only it is really good fish, but it's hard. And I thought it's hard to get. It's very kind of one pair was.
5-2 got you the invitation. That's a great situation.
We're under the gun with in hand 35. Action was going to be on Razor Piggy. He folds over to Randy with.
Because I was the guy in my right, which is why I jammed on him.
Up, we'll see his cards. K-Jack calls. Poker Kenneth with 6-5 of clubs. He calls. Dan with 10-6 of spades. He calls a duck with the king with the prom hand. He's got king queen of spades. He's going to put in a raise. He's going to make it 175. I believe Razor Piggy has folded. Randy folds.
Call from the 1. Call from the 4, 5, 6, 4.
And the Dan folds. Poker Kenneth calls. We're going to go 3 ways. Poker Kenneth with 6-5 of clubs. Duck with 6. Oh, what a flop for a K-Jack. He's flopped 3 aces. On a flop that comes ace, ace, king. Poker Kenneth checks. Duck checks. K-Jack with the 3 aces. Oh, wow. Duck with the king. He's going to put in a bet. He bets 250. He makes the call. Poker Kenneth's going to fold. Here we goes to the turn. It's an ace. Oh my gosh, he's made quads. Duck moves all in. KJ calls. What a hand. K-Jack turned quad aces when Duck made aces full of kings, and when he made the move, he knew it was the only hand that could call him. Wow. What a play with that! Wow, he flops 3 aces, gets the player to make the move with the king, and then makes quad aces on the turn. Action is going to be on Chris. He's got ace 7. He's going to fold. This is hand 36. Remember, folks, we're going to take this stream for this cash game until 10 o'clock. And then, as a bonus, we will stream the final table of our Wednesday night Katie's Game tournament when it gets to the final 9 for our final table. So for those that have tuned in with us or that are looking to and tell people about it, because it's a double dip tonight. You're getting a cash game and a final table of our Wednesday night tournament. It is a win-win situation with this. All this available to you with our Poker House live stream tonight. And we've got a raise from Razor Piggy with 6-5 to 25. Randy calls with the Queen 10. K-Jack with the kids game AC Deucey, and Poker Kenneth with the double down hand 8 deuce. And we've got 5-way action to the flop. It comes 8 Jack 3.
60 checks. 20 from the 7.
Duck has flopped a pair of 3s. Randy has an inside straight draw. And everybody is just trying to check through, but a bet's come out, so. And it's gone call all the way around. And the 9 comes on the turn. Randy has made the nuts. He's got a queen high straight. And checks. Here's the river. It's a 7. Randy's queen high straight is going to win it. Action on Razor Piggy, who's going to fire out at this with the 9 high straight. Sorry, I didn't even see that he had a gut shot. He's made a 9 high straight. And Randy just calls. He just calls. Wow. Poker Kenneth with his 8s is going to let it go. Randy's going to roll over. Razor Piggy's going to roll over the 9 high straight. Randy's going to roll over the queen high straight. Going to show over the nut straight. And going to win this pot. I'm like, wow. I figured that he might have put in a small raise with the nuts, but once Razor Piggy did get there with the 9 high straight, but it's like it's only a situation where hey, they're the reason why they're down there and I'm in here. Here is our chip count, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, with that hand, with the quads that KJ got, he is sitting at the top of this comfortably.
Someone texted me about it. My dad did.
Your dad is talking to you about everything.
No, he's not.
I may put Dan's phone in my pocket.
I didn't know that's what you should be next.
I didn't know my dad was gonna always gonna tell me everything.
Action's going to be on Randy. He's with the 10-9 off under the gun. And he's going to make it 20 to go. K-Jack with 9-3 of hearts. He's going to fold. Shrek folds. Sparky with ace-10. He's going to make the call. Poker Kenneth with queen 5. He's going to...
4, 5 fold. 3 calls at 20. 6 calls at 20. 7 calls at 20. 8 folds.
And Duck is going to make the call with the 2 7s. Razor Piggy with ace-5. He's going to fold king. Chris lays down the king 3. And the flop comes 10-5-3. Sparky's flop top pair, top kicker. Razor's Piggy's flop middle pair. Duck's got the 2 7s, and Randy's got top pair. And he's gonna put out a bet. He puts out a bet for 60. Duck folds. Razor Piggy folds. So we are heads up. 6 on the turn. So far, Sparky with the ace kicker is leading this hand. And Randy's still firing away. He's going to make this 125 to go. Makes the call. Jack on the river. It's still the 10s with the ace kicker that's leading, that's going to lead this hand as long as it doesn't fold. But you got Randy that's firing up another bullet into this. And he bets 150. Sparky makes the quick call and shows the better 10. We go to the stream. We got Jim Prosciani. Forgive me if I mess up the pronunciation. He says, "Good job, guys." Thank you, Jim. We appreciate this very much. Thank you so much.
Yeah, whoever just bought chips and needs to be
Thank you guys very much. Good luck.
I have 1,035.
I just added on.
1,035? Dan? Oh, no.
16.
No, you're probably
11:27.
11, how much?
11:27.
Perfect. I just thought a bunch of people bought chips and I wanted to update that. If not,
We're just doing some updating in regards of our chip count and also our last dealer change. It is Ruben, and if you remember Ruben from our from our Summer Jam anniversary tournament, he was on our live stream as one of our dealers initially. Jim is asking, is this 1-3 no limit? Close, Jim. This is 1-2-5. So it's blinds 1-2, but it's 5 to come in. Action is going to be
Legs go stuck together. If you don't practice with these cards, they
action is going to be. Oops, excuse me. Absolutely, Jim. We're just doing an update. Obviously, we got Ruben in the box here for this last.
I want to go to the Subway and eat a Dr. Game. Sounds incredible.
This is going to be our last dealer for this cash game stream. As we will end up streaming the final table of our Wednesday night Katie's Game tournament. Just when that tournament does go to 9 players.
So you need a doctor with a moat. I gotta beat that guy. I gotta beat that guy. He's really known. He does. He's got a fake arm.
And a flop of Jack King 10, Duck with the open and straight draw and the flush draw, Razor Piggy with a pair of jacks,
45.
Randy with the inside straight draw, but it's Sparky that bets 45 with bottom pair. Duck with both the straight draw and the flush draw is going to make the call. Randy with the ace high and the straight draw, he makes the call.
I gotta back up all that action. Okay, so bet 645. Make sure you don't go on that. Go ahead and burn. Burn it way over here. Don't go over that. That'll read it.
A few technical difficulties with this first. We're going to make, obviously, it's been a while, so Ruben's going to burn this. And the 6 of hearts gives Duck the heart flush. He's going to, Randy's going to check. Sparky's going to check. Actions on Duck. He has the flush. And he makes a bet here. He's going to bet $80. He's going to fold. Sparky sitting with a pair of 10s. He makes the fold. Duck's going to win the pot.
Didn't want to give me any of my money back?
I had a 10, sir. I had 10-4 and they were both black. I'm pretty sure you had me beat. It might have been a 4 of hearts. I'd have given you $80 back.
Here is our chip count, folks. Again, it's a 1-2-5 game. And believe me, stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. The action is just, I wouldn't say, let me phrase, not beginning. We are making the small transition that at 10 o'clock, this cash game will shift to another table, and we will have the final table of our Wednesday night Katie's Game tournament. That we will stream the end of that final table here tonight as well. So you're going to get 2 for the price of 1 tonight. So for you viewers, thank you so much for staying with us on this Wednesday night. We've got 4-way action on a $50 raise from Duck. We've got with both Randy, Sparky, Poker, Kenneth, and Duck. Four-way action. Here's the flop. It comes Queen 9 floor. Sparky has flopped the top 2 pair. Duck has flopped an inside straight draw. Poker Kenneth has bottom pair. Randy, well, he needs a little bit of help. His hand needs help. And Duck with the inside straight draw is going to make a bet. He makes it 75 to go. Randy with 10 high. He's going to make the call. He's going to try to pull one off. Sparky with top 2 pair here. After he's seen a bet and a call, I think he's going to put in the raise here. And he does. He makes it 225 to go. Poker Kenneth folds. Oh, back over to Duck with the inside straight draw. He folds, and over to Randy. He makes the call with 10 high. Here's the turn. It's a 4 that pairs the board. It goes, he checks, and he moves all in. Yep. And Randy makes the quick fold. Rolls over the 2 pair. That's just, folks, yes, this tells you that as we have some other interesting tournaments, back by popular demand, we are tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. We are going to have a bomb pot PLO tournament. It will start at 10 a.m. Again, that's 10 a.m., folks. $100 buy-in. If you're an early morning riser, if you like to play poker with your coffee or coffee with your poker, this is available to you. 10 a.m., $100 buy-in, bomb pot PLO tournament, all for you here at Poker House of Dallas. Action's over here. We got Dan that makes it 15 to go. Duck's going to make the call. Randy's going to call with 8-5. KJ calls with Jack 3. Shrek calls with King 8. We are 5 ways to the flop. And the flop is 9 Jack Queen. Wow, what a flop. Dan has flopped an open-ended straight flush draw. Duck has the nut flush draw. Shrek has an inside straight draw. K-Jack has a pair and a flush draw. And Randy, I think he was looking for a completely different flop. This hit a number of players. Action's going to be on Dan. He's going to bet $40. Duck with the nut flush draw. He's going to make the call. It goes fold, fold, fold. We're going heads up to the turn. Here's the turn. It's a queen of clubs. No help to either player. Dan's still a huge favorite with the ace-10, even though that Duck has the ace of spades. He makes it 100 to go. Jim's going, the 10 a.m. is better than a 9 a.m. start. Yes, Jim, absolutely. 10 a.m. is definitely better than a 9 a.m. start. But we still will have copy, so you should come on down. And Duck makes the call. Here's the river. It's the 10 of clubs. Both have bricked out on their flush draw. Dan backs up to 2 pair queens and 10s. All right, Jim, absolutely. We'll look to see here. Dan puts out a big bet. He bets 375 and gets the laydown and rolls over the ace 10. You may have been close, KJ, but it's hard to say you flopped a straight flush if he's holding the 10 of spades. All right, folks, we're going over to our next hand with we got our last dealer, Ruben, for this last set of our last dealer rotation for the night of this live stream cash game, but we are not over. Here's some information right here. The pre-flop raising, Shrek pretty much and Razor Picky are doing all the raising. Everyone's just kind of coming in when they can. As you can see, it's pretty much one end of the table and the other. Dan's going to raise this to 15 with the 10-9 of clubs. Let me speak. 10-9 of spades. Razor Piggy with the kids game. AC Doocy, he's going to make it 55 to go. Randy on the button's going to make the call. We don't know what Randy has yet, but K-Jack with Queen Jack of clubs. He makes the call. And Shrek with King Jack of spades. He makes the call. Sparky folds. Dan with the 10-9 of spades. He makes the call. We're going 5 ways to a flop. With a flop of 7 ace 4. Razor Piggy with top pair. And it's going to go check, 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 check. Action over to Randy. Randy's going to make a position raise here, a position bet here. Yeah, he's making a position bet here on the button. He's going to lead out for 140. Shrek's going to fold the King Jack. Dan's going to lay down the 10-9. Razor Piggy that has flopped an ace. He's going to make the call. We're going to 4th Street. And the turn is a deuce. He's made 2 pair, but it also puts a flush draw on the board. Razor Piggy checks. He puts, and oh wow, he's led out. Randy has led out. He has bet $300 with the flush draw. And Razor Piggy says, "Okay, I'm all in." He's got 2 pair. Randy with just the flush draw. It is a 749. He makes it 749 to go. Oh, never mind. That I can appreciate that. He makes it 8. It's 8. It's 800 to go.
Blank on the turn, you fold. Right. Like, what I done call.
Randy sitting with just a queen high flush draw. Jimmy's like live on YouTube as well. Absolutely, Jimmy. It is Poker House Live. And he's gonna go for it. He's all in. It's 2 pair for Razor Piggy, the flush draw for Randy, only a heart, and it's the 8 of spades. And Razor Piggy, repping the University of Arkansas Razorbacks, has won this pot. Jimmy, yes, again, it is on YouTube as well. It is Poker House Live. It is available through those channels and also through Facebook and Twitch. And if there's any other questions that you have, by all means, I'm here for you to answer. For you. And Randy, with that Jake LaMotta mindset, he's going to reload and come back fighting. Again, we're going to take this stream to the 10 o'clock hour. And then, even though this cash game stream will end, the stream will only take a small break because we're going to stream the final table of our Wednesday night Katie's Game tournament as well. Is Josh Borders in the game yet? I don't believe so, sir. Pretty much this has been the same lineup of the same 9 players that we have had from the jump, and the game started just after 6 o'clock this afternoon. Action's going to be on Dan with 9-7 off. He's going to fold. And Duck with Queen 7, he's going to raise. And Razor Piggy with Ace 5, he's going to put in the compensatory 3-bet, making it 55 to go. It's a call, and then Poker Kenneth with 4-3, he's going to call. Duck's going to call with the computer hand Queen 7. And we're going 3 ways to a flop. And the flop comes ace, 10, ace. Razor Piggy has flopped 3 aces. Poker Kenneth has flopped a flush draw. Actions on Poker Kenneth. He checks. Duck will check, and Razor Piggy with the 3 aces bets out. He makes it 80 to go.
Hey, wait, Dan. Find out what he wants from the food truck. Lucas wants something from the food truck.
He makes the call over to Duck with Queen High and a backdoor flush draw.
We're all out. Tell me next time.
No, I took Daryl's too, so I'm 2 deep.
Yeah, I drank the 1 drink and poured the rest.
No, I'm loving life. Just fan fucking
What's my VPIP?
Spades comes. Poker Kenneth has made a flush. Razor Piggy still has 3 aces. Poker Kenneth bets 75. Razor Piggy calls, and we go to the river. It's the Jack of Spades. He leads out again for 100. Now, this is the question. Razor Piggy is a very aggressive player. He's going to see 4 spades out there.
I say 8, you 6. I'm 8, you're 6.
This is going to be a tough call. And makes the grid lay down, lays down 3 aces. When obviously when the flush draw gets there, I think he was just trying to pull one off to see if the board will pair. Here's the VPIP. Randy first, Poker Kenneth second, Shrek third, and tied for third. Oh wait a minute, the 3-way tie for third. Razor Piggy at 4th.
26?
As we can see, Eric the Almighty Anderson, who's acting on the action tracker, has just revealed everybody's have just revealed everybody's VPIP. Translation for those: VPIP is when you voluntarily putting chips in the pot.
What's wrong with 26?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing. I'm impressed.
Blind, please.
Up, I take that back. I thought this was our last. I thought with Ruben that was our last dealer change, but it's not. It is, as we've got Sarah Kelly back in the box one more time for this last dealer change. I believe we're going to end the stream at. We're going to end this cash game stream at 10 o'clock, and then we are going to. But it's not over for the stream. We are going to stream. Retro Rag. Unfortunately, oh wow. Unfortunately, we had a slight misdeal.
I'm second highest. What am I? 50. Oh, okay. 50.
I was 7 betting so
Again, they're going over the VPIP again for those that are just want to know what VPIP is. That means it's voluntarily putting chips in the pot.
Yeah, 10's the max. Please give me 7 deuce this hand so that balances the other hand.
Hey, Patrick, Dan is tied for the highest flop raising.
All right, 10 to come in, y'all.
Here we go, folks. And here we go. Duck with the King 10 and Razor Piggy right at it. You don't get a name like Razor Piggy unless there's a reason for it. He comes back over to top with a 3-bet. And KJ with Ace Jack. He's going to make the call.
It's my game. I gotta be in the middle.
Uh-oh, but Shrek on the button with Queen 6 of spades. He's going to make it 200 to go. And and Poker Kenneth with Jack 10 of hearts. Gonna lay it down.
All right, 200 to call.
Dan's gonna fold. Duck is going to.
I'm aware it's my turn. I'm thinking about it.
Jimmy says he would again for our stream tracker says he was meeting up with Eric earlier for the 1-3 live stream. I'm not sure. We're just looking forward to watch him play. Well, Jimmy, my thing was that this lineup had actually already been set. I did know that we did have a few alternates that if a seat did open, they would be able to play. But I don't. But this has been the same lineup since the game started at 6 o'clock, at just after 6 o'clock. So we've got when Shrek makes it 200 to go on the button, we've got 1, 2. Callers, and now K-Jack with Ace Jack.
Hey, I played really good. Daddy, I played really good. Daddy, I have.
He is going to make the call. Wow, folks. 818 pre-flop. Absolutely, Jimmy. You're welcome. Thank you again for watching. And here's the flop. It comes Ace, King, 7. K-Jack has flopped top pair. Actions on Razor Piggy. He's going to check. Randy's going to check. K-Jack with the top pair. He checks. Shrek on the button with Queen High is going to fire at this pot. Youth and aggression is a dangerous combination. He makes it 250 to go. Action on Razor Piggy with 5 high. He's going to make the call. Look like he's trying to set up for later. And Randy folds. K-Jack with top pair.
He's only had aces once.
Small sample size.
If he had aces 4 or 5 more times, his numbers would go up.
I was actually like, hoping Dan was going to be tighter than me today.
That number is crazy.
I can't be the fucking tightest at the table anymore.
6%.
As you can see, the players are talking about their statistics in regards with the VPIP and everything else that we have access to through the miracle of technology. KJ on a big decision. Remember, it's 250 to go after there was a bet and he puts in the raise. He's going to make it 600 to go. He just doesn't believe either Shrek or Razor Piggy has anything. When Shrek makes the continuation bet, when Razor Piggy makes the call, he gets Shrek. He gets to get Shrek to lay it down. And now I think it's just a matter of calmly making the fold, just showing that that he had to make a calculated fold, but in honesty, he has 5 high. And there's the fold, and K-Jack again, right on the cue, right on the money. We got to give him one of these for that. Not believing what either player was thinking, and he's going to take down that pot.
Ace of clubs for the viewers at home.
The deck is hitting the shawl in the face.
Oh no, we're gonna see it anyway. Give me this. We're gonna see it anyway. You cool? Don't do it. We'll see it anyway.
I know the stream's playing over there and over there. The shaw's never The shaw is never folding an ace in this game. Never.
If I was the shawl, I wouldn't fold an ace. Because even that
What's up,
bluff,
Steven?
It's his last night he's ever gonna play.
I debate ever play in this game. You're welcome.
Yeah, I'm glad you agree. It is.
Got some few onlookers in regards of the game currently. Action's going to be on Razor Piggy. He's going to make it 20 to go. Randy's going to make the call with ace 9. K-Jack's going to make the call with jack 10. Shrek folds Sparky with 2 9s. He makes the call. Poker Kenneth with jack 6 offsuit. He folds over to Dan with ace 6 offsuit. He's going to make the call, and Duck with queen 7 suited. We're going 6 ways to a flop.
Anybody give me some whites?
I need white.
Here's the flop.
We're good.
It comes, oh wow, it comes 10, King, Jack. Duck has an open-ended straight draw. Randy has an inside straight draw. K-Jack has flopped bottom 2 pair. Sparky has a pair and an inside straight draw. And Razor Piggy is going to check over to Randy. He checks that KJ with bottom 2 pair.
Alright, bet. 105.
He leads out with the 2 pair. He makes it 105. Sparky's going to fold the 2 9s. Dan's going to fold. Duck's going to fold. Razor's going to fold. Randy's going to fold. And K-Jack, I think, is just holding serve right now on this table.
Schultz running fucking great.
Did I really?
Yeah, you would have still folded.
Last time I folded, I turned nuts. And these two guys were in that. This time I'm not folding offsuit. My VPIP is going to shoot 100% now. I need 2 cards.
Again, it has been K-Jack that has been holding serve on this table. He's picking up hands. He's reading the players astutely. And of course, when he makes, of course, it does help when you do make quad aces and someone betting into you the whole way. But he has been holding serve on this live stream cash game table. Action over to Randy, who with 6-4, he's going to make the call. It's going to get folded around to Sparky, that makes the call with Queen 6, and Poker Kenneth on the button, putting in the raise to 40 with Ace King, and Duck when the big blind wakes up with Ace King. He's gonna put in the 3-bet to 125. It gets folded back to Randy. I think he gets folded back to Randy with. He's gonna make the call with 6-4 offsuit. And action back over to Poker Kenneth. He's gonna make the call. Here's the flop. It comes down Queen 3-8. So far, the ace highs are leading. And Duck is going to lead out for 125. I don't see how Randy can call. He's going to fold, and Poker Kenneth with the ace high. And he folds and rolls over the ace king.
I mean, I have to continue there, right?
Don't look at me.
I was thinking about full betting.
Shocking is that
Just let it rip.
anytime he has an ace, it pops 3 up.
Hey, that's mine. Give it back.
What are you doing? Where are you putting these over here?
Because I'm stacking chips.
Oh, sorry then.
Because I won a pot. I know you don't believe that happens, but every once in a while I can bluff people out. Every once in a while everybody folds to me and I win. Right?
Yes. Yeah, I've seen it.
If I raise you there, it's pretty sick.
I think I jammed.
Not quite. If I raise that, I'll fold. But then I can't call that. Yes, I would, yes.
Well, I only had 550 behind.
Actions on red.
Actions on Mr. Reese.
And its action is on Randy. He's going to make the call with Jack 9. It gets folded around to Sparky. He is going to make the call with ace 8. Poker Kenneth woken up with 2 8s. He's going to put in the raise. Dan folds. Duck with San Francisco 49er. He makes the call. Razor Piggy with 9-5. Chris going to fold. Randy's going to make the call.
That's a call. One chip is a call.
One chip's a call.
Did he give you? No. You're not priced like this.
5 ways to the flop.
6-handed? You can't win a pot.
And the flop comes 4-3 ace. Sparky's made top pair. Duck has made bottom pair. Action has been checked over to Sparky with top pair. He's going to lead out for a bet. He makes it 50 to go. Poker Kenneth's going to pull one off with the 2 8s. Here's the turn. It's a 6. No help to either player. Sparky's going to lead out for 75. He makes the call. We're going to a river. It's another ace. Sparky's made 3 aces and leads out again. He bets $80. That literally is a value bet. He calls and rolls over the 3 aces. And he's going to win this pot.
Would have been the case.
All right, folks, here we go. Hand number 47 of the stream.
I believe that he's holding, so.
Action's going to be on K-Jack.
The bottom card? Which one? I'm not sure if it's that one or this one. Was it two of clubs, I think? One of them was a two of clubs. A black two. It's not a misdeal. It's not a misdeal. We'll close that
Well,
card.
I'm back
Who has
to
the two of clubs?
There it is. It's right here. It's the other two. That's it. Keep going.
Alright, so the show right here or just
Go ahead, that guy. Pass him, and you'll get the. Sorry, I wanted to be honest. No, you're good.
Honest is good.
Well, there you go. There always may be a few hiccups in regards with this, and obviously the two of clubs was exposed. And K-Jack's going to lay it down. Shrek's going to lay it down. Action's over to Sparky
raise 15.
with the Craig hand. 7-8 offsuit, baby. It's going to get called at Ace 3 is going to fold. Dan's going to call with 10-9. Randy with Ace 10.
I'm not arguing. I'm just saying that means you must normally be 70%.
Big raise.
Oh, wow. He puts in the big raise. He's making it 2:05 to go. Well, unfortunately, we won't get to see if my hand actually did hold up. Poker Kenneth with Ace 3.
It's on Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube. So I've got it overlaid on the stream. So while you're watching the stream, you can see all chats from all three platforms.
Also, if you top right, you can get ready to check. But if you're just, it took a while for me to figure it out, but you actually went to the YouTube.
He lays it down. Dan's going to lay down 10-9. And Randy is going to win this pot.
Keep going.
8, 9, 4, Jack, 5 for you viewers at home.
8-9, Jack 4-5.
Dan looked at me and goes, how did you know what I had? I was like, I looked at your hand.
They end up deciding to rabbit hunt that one, folks. It ended up being 8-9, 4-5 Jack.
Continue playing. Are we going into our other room?
Yeah.
Okay.
We are?
Yes. They're ending the stream at
And the moment we get there, we're doing a kilo bomb pot.
Oh, yeah.
With no limit.
They have realized, ladies and gentlemen, that at the 10 o'clock hour, we will end the cash game stream for the fact that we will restructure it, and we will move over to they will move over to another table, and this table will become the final of our Wednesday night Katie's Game tournament. So we will reset and restructure. So again, for those that are watching, thank you to all of you. We're going to see 2 for the price of 1 as we are going to stream the final table of our Wednesday night tournament tonight here at Poker House of Dallas. Again, Razor Piggy coming with his traditional 3-bet. I can't say call it traditional, but he's making it 100 to go. Randy with the 5-4 off. He's going to make the call. Sparky's got 2 6s. As he looks at his watch and realizes, well, do I really want to?
Daryl's playing so good.
He lays down the 2 6s. Poker Kenneth lays down the 10-7. Duck calls with Queen 8. Here's the flop. 3 ways to the flop. And it comes 8, Queen, Ace. Uh-oh, folks, look out. Duck has flopped bottom 2. Razor Piggy has a pair of queens with top kicker. We could see some fireworks, folks. Razor makes it 125.
Nobody plays that.
Randy folds over to Duck. He's got 2 pair, and he's putting in the raise. He's gonna make it 350 to go.
Alright, no more action.
He gets it in. He's all in. They call. It's Queen 8 versus, and there's a king on the turn,
God, how do I lose that hand?
and Ace Queen is gonna win this pot with kings and queens. Duck had flopped the bottom 2 pair, and then when the board paired kings, it negated with his pair of 8s, and the ace kicker played.
13. Alright, so we're 1300.
Well, folks, when we said we were going to come with action, we weren't kidding.
Perfect. These guys will be done in 20 minutes. Time it just right. I've been playing this game before.
Are we all moving the final table of this in here? Love it. That's cool. I like that.
And I think that Duck is going to take a break from playing on this live stream table. They will only be playing for up through to the 10 o'clock hour, and then they will end up changing over to another table. In regards that we will go to the final table of our Katie's Game tournament, Wednesday Katie's Game tournament. That will occur. That will shift over to our live stream table. So you're going to get 2 for 1 tonight. You get all this wonderful live stream cash game action, as well as the final table of our Wednesday night Katie's Game tournament. We're here at hand 49 of the stream. Action's going to be on Poker Kenneth, and we've had a lot of action. A lot of action, a lot of suckouts, bad beats, raises, check raises, 5 bets, everything that you've seen. We have come with it. Apparently, though, it's not been a. There's not been a. He decided not to take a break. He decided.
Sorry, I thought you meant it. What the hell? I didn't know you were doing my best.
Unfortunately, he figured Duck thought he was. The dealer Sarah was not aware that he just went to go get chips.
Wait, 60.
And oh wow, Chris, who makes a 3-bet on the button for 60 to go. Randy folds. It goes fold, fold, fold over to Sparky with Queen 9. He's going to make the call. Poker Kenneth's going to make the call. We're going to go 3 ways to a flop.
Zero, you're going to be first to act, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
It comes it comes 3, 10, 4. Poker Kenneth's made a pair of 10s.
Bet. 100.
And leads out for 100. Oh, it gets check, check, and then it goes check, check. Chris leads out for 100. Poker Kenneth calls. Here's the turn. It's the 6 of spades. No help to either player. It's gonna go check, check. Poker Kenneth checks. Chris checks. Here's the river. It's a 5. That puts a 4-card straight on the board. And Poker Kenneth's gonna put out a value bet. Chris open folds the king queen, and Poker Kenneth is going to win a pot.
Wouldn't be gambling. It's good. I should have called it free.
Here are our chip counts. Excuse me. Here are our chip counts.
Duck, how much do you have? 1,000? Ducks? 1,000? Whatever that is.
All right, folks, here we go. Poker Canada's actions on him with King 9. Dan has 2 6s. He's going to make it 20 to go. It's going to go fold, fold, fold over to Randy, who makes the call with 7-8 offsuit. Shrek is going to put in the big 3-bet for 105 to go with ace queen, and Sparky wakes up with ace queen. He makes the call. Poker Kenneth folds. Dan with the 2 6s after a call, a raise, and now a 3-bet.
He knows. Dan never not knows.
No, he has it. Someone else after knows it.
Dan makes the call.
One back, Dan. Pull 5 back.
And Randy makes the call. We are 4 ways to a flop.
You should have put me on Bogey 9 this
Here's the flop. It comes Jack 7-3. Randy has flopped a pair of 7s. It goes check, check. Dan with the 2 6s. He checks. Randy checks his 7s. Here's the turn. It's a 4. Now that gives Dan a straight draw, but Randy with the 2 7s are still ahead. It's going to go check, and Sparky looks like he's going to try to put in a bet to take the play away from Dan or Randy. He's going to bet 300. I think this is a play to try to take the play away from both Dan and Randy.
I learned not to dominate in the hand, so I check. If nobody bets, and then I bet.
You're out of the hand, you're okay. If you want to slide back on your foot so everybody knows that you're
It's a very tough decision. It's 300 to go. Dan does have 2 6s and a straight draw. 5 will give him a straight. Shrek and Sparky have really not done anything in this hand. And Dan lays it down. Action over to Randy with the 2 7s.
You gotta a little pay attention, right? 300.
And a surprise that Eddie is back in the booth. And we got Randy folds. Dan is wide open right now. And Sparky shows the ace queen. Dan had folded Randy folded the best hand. As we are on hand 50, I'd say we have about, well, Eddie, I think realistically we maybe have about 10 minutes to go. About 10 minutes to go with these gentlemen. But their game will not end. It is only the cash game stream will end. We will, again, stream the final table of our Wednesday night Katie's Game tournament when we hit the final 9.
Well, I mean, if you call there, there's a pretty good chance that I'm betting really hard on the river. Like, so big. So big, it was less than the pot. There was 500 in the pot. I bet 300.
All right, action's going to be on Dan. He's got queen 6. He's going to lay it down. Duck calls with jack 6 of spades. Razor Piggy folds over to Christian. who has 2 8s
Raise 30.
and puts in a raise to 30. Randy has the 7-11 hand. He's got Jack 7. While that's a call, action's going to be over to K-Jack. He's got 5-4. He's going to make the call. Shrekwood's going to lay down the ace-4. Sparky, action, the big blind. He's going to put in the call with
Weird hands. If I win, you get 35% of the growth of the profit.
Ruh-roh.
Give me slightly better than what you
If I win, she gets 35% of the profit.
Oh. 6-3. And poker candle with Jack 3. We know what hand that Sarah's pulling for, and she may have a shot. The flop comes down 8-3. Actually, no, I retract that previous statement. She has no shot. Chris has a set of 8s.
What's the deal that's going on?
Well, this is it. Sparky said he would give 35% of the pot if he won. Only problem is that Chris has a set of 8s. Chris has a set of 8s, and Sparky has bottom pair with a miracle backdoor straight or flush, miracle backdoor straight or miracle backdoor flush draw, and he said sorry, and it's gonna go fold because Duck's got Jack 6 and absolutely nothing to go with that, and
You guys are tipping when you're making a run, right?
Of course. I would have tipped. Oh, I'd have had 2 pair. Would that be good?
no.
Very good.
There's no way he has 2 pair on that board.
Yeah, you know
0%.
Patrick, what did I have there?
10-6.
No.
9-6.
No. 6-3. That's for you.
Yes, he would have made 2 pair, but it would have lost to Chris's set of 8s. Even though it's funny, Eddie, they were joking around in regards since Eric was providing their VPIP percentage.
Well, it's pretty high.
Everyone was pretty high, but take a guess who had the highest out of the 9 players.
Hi, Daryl.
Randy, 64%. 64%. Then it came 64, 53, and then 3 players with 50.
Yeah, you really don't want to be playing more than 25-30% of hands. Pretty standard, but it is Texas.
And hey, we did advertise action. We did advertise action.
And for those of you tuning in, we've got a few minutes left in this live cash stream, and then we're going to be switching over to the final table of Katie's tournament. So give us a break. I guess we'll be taking a break in between. Are we going to start a new stream, or are we just going to keep on going with it?
That I will find out shortly. Actually, I think Eddie will step out the bloop, and we will find out shortly. But for all of our viewers that have tuned in, again, we thank you so much that you have tuned in for either tonight, last night, or both nights in this our 2-night premiere of our live stream cash game, and it's a double bonus for the fact that we will have our the final table of our Wednesday night Katie's game tournament. So here's the thing, folks. We will have to discontinue the stream. So in about probably somewhere in about 5 minutes, we will have to discontinue the stream. We will bring it back up when we hit the final table of our Wednesday night Katie's game tournament. So believe me,
Stick around.
stick around, hang in there with us. You're getting 2 for the price of 1 tonight. With this cash game and our final table of our Katie's game tournament. So stay tuned or come back or both.
We're on the final table bubble right there, so I can't extend it that much more.
How many viewers did we have?
I don't know. I don't have access to that right now.
You gotta be made.
You gotta go to Twitch, Facebook,
Mr. Johnson, and thank you for helping me clarify to Miss Randy with an eye that the well, let's see. This Shrek guy hasn't played a single hand. I actually beg to differ, Mr. Johnson. It's just that he has slowed down. Pretty much, he and I can attest to between himself and Razor Piggy, they have 3-betted the most, and they have actually been able to be paid off. And right as you say that, right on cue, he puts in the raise. Well, actually, we have a small hiccup. We've got to roll back the action. I'll roll back the action a lot through the miracle of television. Action, the flop comes 9-10 king. Shrek has a pair of 10s. We do not know what Razor Piggy has, but now we know Shrek has 2 pair 10s and 8s. He's going to put out a bet. He's going to make it 75 to go. Razor Piggy's going to fold. And Shrek is going to take down the pot. Here is our chip counts. As you can see, K-Jack pretty much held serve tonight. I think he's held serve. It does help. He picked up hands. He's read players astutely. He's taken advantage of his position. He's seen boards that it didn't make sense why players made bets, and he has done excellent tonight. But all in told, this has been a very action-packed game. And as I come into the booth, we have our live stream guru, Eric the Almighty Anderson.
Hey, what's happening, Craig? So we are just finishing up the cash live stream. We've moved all of these players off of the table. They're back in the high stakes room, and we're moving the final table of Katie's game. So they are all getting ready to go.
And let me throw the camera on. It's like, as you can see, is this not the best dressed man that's not a game show host in America?
I still have that ladder behind me. We got to find a home for that doesn't get on camera.
Although, if the ladder company would like to be a sponsor, we'd gladly appreciate it.
Sparky doesn't like to put his cards over his reader until he looks at them.
Oh yeah, so I've seen. Obviously, that has been the response. As I go back to the comments here, it said, Jim says, Craig, the 10 a.m. bomb pot is not listed on Poker Atlas.
Yeah.
I
will do that. I got a text from Matt while I was running the action tracker, and I will have that up there. Josh, my guy Lightning from Michigan, I told him I would have him a seat, and they were full, so he was the first alternate, and nobody left. So
it's pretty.
My apologies, Josh.
We're sorry about that, Josh, but we're hoping, obviously, that you'll be able to still come down because we still have action galore.
Well, he's in the room.
Oh, he's in the room?
He's in the room. He's waiting his turn. And, he's still here. So this is such a slow roll I did to this table. I said, you guys can continue to play until the tournament makes the final table. There's 11 players left.
Right.
And 5 minutes later, 2 people are busted. I go, all right, guys, we're done.
Oh, wow.
So last hand.
Well, there you go, folks.
They're finishing up right now, the last hand.
They're finishing up right now. And again, thank you all for being able to tune in to this, our second night of our live stream cash game. But we're going to temporarily Eric's going to temporarily end the stream, and we're going to come back. We've got a bonus. We've got bonus for you. Yeah. We've got the final table of the Katie's game Wednesday night tournament available to you. So hang in there, come back, grab another drink, whether it be
clock really quick. 51 entries, and then we're down to 9.
Oh, there you go, folks.
Katie's game.
We're going to make this small changeover, so hang out. Wait for that alert. We're going to be right back with part 2 of our live stream tonight here at